for my Mac desktop for work, and I managed to not get them confused. But also, working on a laptop versus working on a desktop
See,
are very different.
I would hook my laptop up to one of my monitors and then have one of my monitors for my like personal PC, and I would like type a Discord message into an audit file and be like, fuck.
Okay, that's bad. The worst I've ever done was use the wrong keyboard to send a message to someone, but like winds up with a like usually it's just like a joke response to like a meme or something, like lol or whatever, just randomly into my work's group chat, and it's like, yeah, that was a mistell. Someone said something funny. It wasn't about this issue that you were bringing up, John. Sorry.
There's something funny about the rainforest burning down in Australia.
Oh, rainforest in Australia, eh?
I mean, I could have gone for the Simpsons joke, but I chose not to. Lisa, is there something funny about the word tromboner?
Nothing's funny about that at all. I just zoomed in closer. Here, you guys want like a full zoom on my face?
No, I did.
There it is.
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 I mean, why even ask?
Consent's important, my friend.
Outro.
No, I mean, if you're not going to wait for a response, why ask?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna.
That's like, hey, is it? You already did it.
Are you okay, Kelsa?
Also, hey, let's talk about the Twitch changes and how awful this font is.
I just didn't know it was happening.
I was pleasantly surprised this morning. I was like, oh, that's new.
Seen it.
I thought I like clicked on some type of like bad link that was just like fake Twitch that is really just all my personal information.
Now I see what everyone's complaining about. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's just.
I guess
it's not.
Look, huh?
It's not awful, but it's
weird.
one of those it's weird and you got to get used to it because everything's changed. They changed the way like the little icons look. They changed the font. The color is
creator dashboard because I haven't been into it yet.
No, not really.
It's the same, but the layout is different.
Yeah, it's font. There's the font changed and like the colors changed, and that's about it.
It's like I keep
with you, mouse?
I keep it on the dark, and it's slightly brighter than I want it to be.
Yeah, well, because it's like the dark
good.
is like shiny black now, and I'm like, this is a little weird.
Black, shiny black and very gray.
Yeah. The thing for me is that they removed like numbers next to any of the tabs when you were watching a streamer, so you can't see like if they have any recent videos or anything. You just have to go to the tab. I'm like, I like having an overview of that. I like that, but no. Just gonna hide it for me instead. I see how it is.
I feel like it's not
Twitch doesn't make money off of the VODs. I mean, they can, but it's really not where their money.
They should.
No,
All right, there we go.
It was just a weird side thing that I noticed where there's like they removed a bunch of numbers.
Outro, what I was trying to ask you was, did you do any flashbacks to downtime during the race?
I did both of them because I had to clear stress twice and I still traumed out.
Great. Perfect. I couldn't remember and my notes were spotty and I did not go back and watch the VODs.
We are good to start though whenever everyone's ready, and I'm just going to step away because apparently the garage was left open, so I'm going to go close that.
What are you doing? Why are you leaving the garage open? You're going to get scorpions.
Scorpions are cool.
Agree to disagree.
I don't know. The only time I've ever seen a scorpion in real life, it was smashed on a wall. So and it was also like this big.
Yeah, scorpions aren't actually that large.
I was shocked at how tiny it was, honestly.
Like 5'5". So.
Okay, I've seen other scorpions in real life, but they were like in a zoo, like kind of thing, but like in the wild. And by the wild, I mean my parents' computer room.
Why is there a scorpion here? I don't know.
Because you live in California.
I mean, the part of California I live in, there shouldn't be scorpions.
I mean, there's
Uh,
killer bees in New Jersey, so
mm,
Mm.
mm.
Mm. Mm.
All right.
Anywho.
Well, I guess we'll get started. We'll do some introductions.
There are no ducks here, only geese.
geese. It's been a goose fest all over my damn Twitter.
I've seen some ganders.
I mean, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, so it's fine.
Usually we'll end with me since I'm the GM, but I can start and then we'll come back to me when we're ready to actually play, whenever that is. Hello, I'm Kelsa. You can find me on Twitter at Kelsa. I play role-playing games on the internet. Tonight I'm the GM here for Packet Loss, which is a Scum and Villainy game, and I'm very excited to play. Last week I was a little bit under the weather. Hopefully y'all didn't notice at all, and it was completely flawless. But I was so tired. I'm still kind of tired, but so much better than I was last week. It's not even funny. But also, I'm quitting caffeine, and so yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
I'll go next.
Thinking everything.
Hi, I'm Outro. I missed last week because I am terrible at being awake, apparently. I've been doing a whole bunch of like stuff in my own brain, but recently I started streaming again. Haven't really found anything specifically to stream, but I don't know. I'm doing it again, and that's nice. It's cool. So if you're feeling up to it, after we're done with Packet Loss, I'm going to dive back into Astral Chain. So yeah.
Sweet Astral Chain.
The game is great. Like it's throwing some curveballs at me, and it's really messing with my brain. That's what I look for in a video game. One that fucks up your brain.
Nice.
But yeah, that's me. Hi.
Oh.
Rhys, you just sat back down, so it's your turn. I decided.
So we're doing early intros too?
Yeah,
like
why
it.
not? Just say hi.
Yeah.
Just roll with it.
I mean, we were killing time until you came back because I wasn't ready to start actually doing things yet. So
Oh, I figured we were starting with outro so I could step away. Sorry.
I mean, yes, but I will get to that in a second. I was still reviewing notes and shit.
So
Racist turn.
Rhys. Hello.
Oh, I thought we were waiting for Rhys. Okay.
Hi, I'm here. Hi, I'm here. I live.
I've read this. Now it's off the.
No, I thought we were waiting on Rhys for introduction.
No.
Apparently.
No.
Oh,
Hi, I'm Rhys.
On Twitter. And you can find me here on Thursdays, understanding what's going on. So there's that.
Don't worry about it.
Confusion's fine. It's
He'll just say, "Hey, yeah."
I will nod just knowingly. It makes me look smarter that way because whenever I open my mouth, it destroys the illusion. So
it's a fact. I know. I know you long enough to know that you are secretly a dumb.
What about you, Saint?
What about me? Hi. Hello.
Stuff.
I do. My name's Saintguard. I'm a variety streamer and sometimes tabletop role-playing games. I also am developing a game, which we're going to be starting in a little over a week, which I'm very excited for. You can be a waterbender and casually blackmail people. Because one of the items that one of the playbooks has is casual blackmail. It's my favorite. Also, you can find me and my cat mug, if I can pick it up and not spill anything. Cat mug.
Kitty cat.
Cat. You can find me and my cat mug over at twitch.tv/Saintguard playing actual video games.
That's weird.
Mostly XCOM 2 War of the Chosen, because I started a new campaign because mods make the game way too difficult sometimes, especially when you're on the black site and you've had TPKs 3 times in a row.
Mods do that sometimes. You're right.
Yeah. So I switched it, and now we have rocket launchers.
Just need to even the playing field.
Exactly. It's great.
I need to blow all the shit up.
Yeah, and
But
I'm
mods
also.
also have a tendency of making games too easy as well. So you got.
I mean, I think I found a good balance because I've made the AI more competent, but also I've given myself things like flamethrowers and rocket launchers. So who knows? And then after this XCOM campaign, we'll do a Star Wars XCOM campaign. We'll just download all the Star Wars mods, run around with like Jedi and shit. Yeah, you can make all the enemies Galactic Empire. So you fight like stormtroopers and stuff, and then like all your own troops, like Star Wars aliens and stuff. It's great. Yeah, I'm also playing Andoril. It's a game. I have some issues with it, but it's also very fun. So, yeah.
Technical issues or game issues?
Game issues. There's to summarize it, my biggest issue, to summarize very quickly, is so it's based on Skyrim, and Skyrim's skills work is that as you do the skill more, you get more skilled. In Andoril, they switched it to an older model where instead you have to buy skill books.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's a very, very money-centric economy, and it means you're always out of money, and there is no reason to spend money on pretty much anything except for skill books.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I feel like though with Skyrim and especially like Morrowind before that, their level up system was very abusable.
Oh, 100%.
So I kind of get why they went that way, but like just like only having it be money, I feel like is detrimental.
Yeah,
should have shoved some like quest reward skill points and stuff like that in there.
Yeah, there's also the fact that like you can find the skill books in the world, but they're hard, like there aren't very many of them. And there's also the fact that there's that on one side, and then there's like also still the talent trees, because you can have a class that like actually upgrades your shit, so you can be like, hey, my elemental's not really good, but I also do like 25% more damage with fire spells.
Can I just say that I miss the Oblivion skill tree and just class design? Because you could actually make stuff that felt pretty unique.
Speaking of frustration
was still my favorite
money,
because sorry, go ahead, Astro.
Speaking of frustration with money in video games, at least you aren't in the high 30s of classic WoW.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I remember that. Oh, have fun saving up for a mount.
That was my whole thing.
I'm literally farming gold as we speak.
But you're a warrior, so at least you're not a paladin or a warlock.
I was a hunter back when I played classic WoW. Back in the day.
I was going to be a hunter, and then I found out that I can't have a giraffe as a pet.
Oh.
And I was like, I spent all this time leveling up as a gnome, as a gnome hunter, and swimming all the way out to where there's giraffes, and I can't even tame a war giraffe. Like, what the F, really?
Wait, you were a gnome? I feel like we can't be friends anymore.
Damn.
Wow.
I'm a warrior.
Fun fact, World of Warcraft is the reason I hate gnomes.
Wow. That's the reason I like gnomes.
No, I love gnomes.
I love all the gnome jokes.
I played a lot of different stuff in WoW and never was satisfied. So
yeah, I was gonna say, Kelsa, you at least have my support. I'm a diehard Alliance, so
I mean, the most fun I had was, to be perfectly honest, was playing a Blood Elf Paladin with my brother and one other friend who was also a Blood Elf Paladin and a Blood Elf Paladin, and we each spec'd into the 3 different trees, and it was ridiculous.
I miss.
Paladins were broken like 70 different times throughout.
I miss old Holy Paladin.
Was just like an instant, like a free instant full deal for anybody. It was crazy.
It was the 3 of us all playing Blood Elf Paladins was absolutely ridiculous, because the 3 of us together could take down stuff that a full team couldn't.
Yep.
It was broken as F, but I loved it.
I just remember being I was in my during Burning Crusade, I was leveling like my hunter, and I got in a random party with a couple other people. We're gonna do Scarlet Crusade, and one of them was just like, "Hey, do you want my max level friend to come in here so we can run the entire thing?" We're just like, "Sure," and we ran the entirety of Scarlet Crusade in one night.
I used to do that thing.
Scarlet Monastery. I said Scarlet Crusade, Scarlet Monastery.
For people all the time.
It was
So
great.
I am an insane person, so I started out as a shaman.
I
Oh,
love
good.
shaman. Shaman is the other class that I made, other than my
Rhys, Rhys,
I
are you
tried shaman
in
too.
fact Jesse Cox?
Yes, I am in fact Jesse Cox, except I don't have the ginger hair. So
Oh, okay. There's evil
I thought that's
doppelganger.
why I thought that was the bald
Not safe
cap
for
that you put
work.
on so that no one could recognize
it's
you.
very true. When I'm trying to go undercover so nobody recognizes me, this is my other personality, so people,
Right,
I
right.
believe it.
So you can be low
Jesse
key.
Cox is actually popular, so this way I can go incognito.
No, what you mean to say is Jesse Cox is actually funny.
Well, that too.
Oof,
Ooh.
damn. Wow. How dare you?
Well, on that
I'll
note,
give Outro a few burns tonight. I feel like he needs them.
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
On that note, outro. Since you missed last time, Triage was in the bathroom with some diarrhea the
Yeah.
entire episode. What type of downtime did you want to do? I don't know.
So-
maybe a recovery action.
Yeah, I'm going to self-medicate.
I thought you were gonna ask him to recap last episode, which would have been very fun.
The toilet flushed at least 8 times in the 3-hour period of the episode. But no, I'm going to. I forget how to make a heal roll.
It's a doctor roll.
Doctor!
roll.
Doctor, but
you
I believe doesn't self-medicating make you take stress?
I do believe so.
Yeah, you take stress unless you have there's a thing that lets you not take stress.
Yeah, but we went with the
like-
research instead of the med bay.
Yeah.
Damn it, I went to go find a pen and it doesn't work.
I have literally here you go.
Oh, thanks. You get that to me quick.
Yeah, this one is a mildly expensive actual fountain pen, and this is my Wacom stylus, so one of those will help, right?
yeah, just beam it over.
All right.
Anyway,
Uh,
yes, I am going to self-medicate regardless of the fact that it makes me take stress.
Yeah, you could treat yourself, but it'll cost 1 stress.
I
Yeah,
mean, that's not even that much
not even-
stress.
It's not that. Yeah, no, I just remembered that it takes
Also-
stress because Blades does that.
Also, let's talk about the fact that the trauma that I took is I'm unstable now, so this sounds like a reasonable choice to make.
I mean, also your rolling doctor is a lot better than rolling our crew quality, which -1 is 0. So,
Oh shit.
yeah, roll your damn
Now
dice.
you do have to take the -1 on this die from your own diarrhea
Mhm.
because it's going to interfere with you self-medicating.
Oh, because it's a suppository. Never mind.
No, because
I'm done.
look, I don't know
Freeze those cheeks.
the last time you had diarrhea, but
All right, I'm rolling with a -1. I did it. Hey, I
there
got
you
a 6.
go. I mean, that's good. So that is 3 ticks out of 6 on your recovery clock. You can do it again,
Where's my
or
recovery clock? I don't have a clock.
it's right below where your harm is listed on your character sheet.
Oh, okay.
So
So
it's recovery. When you recover in downtime, clear all level 1 harm and advance your healing clock. And the
There we go.
bars next to it are the healing clock.
Gotcha. Okay, that was confusing because I'm used to clocks being circles. This is more like a digital clock. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
and the next
But
thing
you do
is
clear your level
I'm-
1 harm as well.
Oh, by mildly hallucinating, I'll miss you. I want to train in prowess as my second downtime option,
Okay.
and I
Go
guess I'm
ahead.
like going for a space jog. I don't know, because I want to
That's
train.
awkward because you still have diarrhea, but you can do it, no problem. Would you like to spend a cred in order to doctor yourself some more? Or would you like to continue to be ill the entire next job?
No, I would like to spend a cred to do more doctoring. Is it the same role?
Yes, it is.
Doctor.
You could always just poop at full speed.
We're on a ship. This is the last thing we want. I'm gonna be honest.
But
Okay,
can
that
the
is
doc-
gonna
Gonna run on the ship.
that's gonna give you two more ticks. You can spend another cred to bump that all the way up to your full 6 and be done.
Okay, so I lost all my money trying to fix my diarrhea problem.
Fixed your
Well,
butt though.
Yeah,
Good job.
To be
Fine.
fair, you did do this to yourself.
Although to be fair, you also need to take a second stress from doctoring yourself a second
That's
time.
fine. That's fine.
Doctor. Doctor.
Okay. Now that we're caught up on that, did you actually watch that episode outro? I remember you saying that you were
I
going to.
did.
Okay,
did.
so you know what the job is. I was rereading the notes because I'd forgotten what the job was.
I was gonna ask.
Since it was randomly generated, I was like, oh God, what is it? But I took good notes, so I know. So your job, y'all called Satani and we're like, hey, you got a job. And she's like, well, I've got one thing, but it's all the way back in Breck. Nobody wants to do it, but we need you to go and convince the Fireball, which is a ship in orbit of Breck in close proximity to the Supermax prison that's there, that some people would like to have removed, and it's as far from what the intelligence that she was able to give you is that it is unmanned, but has like a AI or VI intelligence that is like piloting it. And why it's there, you don't have that. What you do know is that it is there and they want it gone. So y'all were on your way to Breck, which is a multiple week journey. I don't think anything particularly exciting happens unless you guys would like to say that you make a stop there in Iota on your way across, or...
So the only thing I did...
I want to say that I throw a fit about them accepting this job without me being around. I'm like, you understand what we're about to do? We're about to be complacent in a prison break. Like, I'm just like throwing a fit in the center chamber, like periodically throughout the travel time.
You know y'all are criminals, right?
No, like, I understand that, but this is
like,
this is a very high profile job, and it's kind of got me a little worried.
If nobody else does, Flashbulb will just be like, yeah, we're doing a jailbreak. Deal with it. I'm the one flying the damn ship.
Did she just put on her sunglass visors?
I like grab Glitch by the shoulder for a second. I'm like, Glitch, go put a Netflix movie on in the cabinet again, so she'll go in there and leave us alone.
Spaceflix in the closet.
Spaceflix in the closet.
That's not how that whole situation went.
It's not.
I mean, that's not closet anymore. That's the
science bay.
So it's out of the closet now, is what you're saying.
All right, so I just returned. I like storm off into the science bay and start, I don't know, concocting shit like a scientist does.
Yeah. If you try sticking me with a needle again, I swear I will stick you.
Good.
But no, my space drugs, come back.
Something I will do while we're in Iota, I do want to send because the Yaru stuff in Iota is on Amarath. Remember correctly?
I was looking it up actually. There is Yaru stuff on both Amarath and Lithos.
Oh, Lithos. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's like a super secret research lab on Amarath, but then there's also like crutches on Lithos, I believe. From what I'm remembering, or am I mixing those two up? One of the two.
Regardless, I guess there are two things. One, I'm gonna send them because I sent a message. Did I send a message to Pip? I don't remember if I sent the message to Pip or not.
You talked about it, but I honestly don't remember if you.
I don't think I sent it. Okay,
I feel like we were talking about contacting them at some point, but we decided not to because we didn't know how long their job was.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. We didn't end up talking any. Okay, so I will not do that. The thing I will do though is while we're there, I'm going to see if I can get any more information on to figure work on my clock. I know I can't do it as a downtime action, but I'm gonna see if I can find anybody who might be able to help me out later with figuring out acquisition of the progenitor info for my progenitor. Again, I know I can't work it as like do a downtime action because that's a downtime action, but
You
I want
can
to
always
set
spend
it
a
up.
cred to do that.
Hold on, money. I need to save my money.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that's
That's
possible.
fair.
Otherwise, I have an RP thing that I can do while we're in
So
IOTA.
the
I
only
do-
thing that I wanted to bring up is that we do have the Dark Hyperspace lane maps.
We do have those. We can go into. We
It's a
can
cool
go
thing.
through weird parts of the sector that definitely aren't infested with like weird
Oh,
monsters.
that's right.
And
You
shit.
guys wanted to do fast travel through those.
Mhm.
We're doing
That
this
is dangerous.
10
So
bucks.
actually, we do need to make some rules on that. Which
I told you.
is
Are
a
we
good
are we
idea.
doing
Thank you. I forgot that was a plan.
are we doing that lane through Indri, or not Indri, Iota?
IOTA.
Are we skipping Iota, or are we going through Iota and then doing it
You
We have
must
between
go
here
through
and
to go
here?
through
IOTA.
IOTA.
Okay.
The Dark Hyperspace lanes maps are only in in system. They don't.
Oh,
you can't-
okay. There's not the bypasses. You still
Yeah.
have to take the gates.
Yeah,
Got
we,
it.
Right.
we still the gates are you can't ignore the gates. There's no way to ignore the gates.
Okay.
Basically the way you guys we've been kind of glossing over it, but the way it works when you travel from one place to another is you don't go in a straight line.
Mhm.
There are hyperspace lanes within the system that can more quickly get you between points, planets, and such. But they're not straight, and they are not always the most convenient. Sometimes you have to like overshoot your destination and then come back around and take another lane up.
It's
and
like
back.
it's like Star Wars where you plot points to get there that cause your
Mhm.
jumps to not run into anything as you're
I
traveling.
want it to be much more like Guardians of the Galaxy, so we can make all those ridiculous faces.
Yeah.
Like,
The only-
I'm
This-
piloting the ship, so
So the only thing I wanted to do before we jump too far into that too, since somebody mentioned they had an RP thing, when we pass through Indri, Glitch would also send a message out to her contact there, Nisa, just to like do a check-in, like still alive in the area, can't stop, So I just want to touch on that too after the other person's RP thing.
Oh, yeah, that's the person I sent a message to because we did establish injury things. Triv is on injury.
Mhm.
Yeah, Triv is on injury. Right. I do want to send Triv a message about one that the spacesuit that they made for Face is wonderful.
Mhm.
Yeah, Face appreciates it. And the second thing is going to be about the ship and the fact that we had some engine trouble the last time we went through the IOTA gate, and seeing if they got any leads on some cool places, some good places, because I know they do ship mechanic stuff, but like, if they got a line on like cool new ship equipment that they might know about,
Okay.
I would like to gather some information about it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
cool.
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 Because we need those ship upgrades. Have you heard of, maybe you've heard of a, I don't know, a plasma lance that we can put on our ship or something?
Maybe.
Maybe some
Maybe.
torpedo tubes?
He's got connections.
Cool. Good.
Great. And sorry, Rindus, you were saying who you wanted to send a message to while you were in IOTA?
To Nisa,
Okay.
from our employer, since she's trying to work that angle too. She, like I said, she's just dropping off a message. It's like, hey, we're passing through Indri. Just passing through Indri. Just wanted to let you know that the ship is fine. We had some minor troubles going through the IOTA gate, but it is nothing I could handle. She is still purring like a kitten, and we are heading to Breck. But if we pass through the area again, maybe we will stop by and I can see you. XOXO bleach. Link.
P.S. I won't break anything.
P.S. I won't break anything while I'm there. That's very much up her wheelhouse.
PPS, face probably will.
PPS, the doctor probably will. PPPS, face will probably get us out of trouble. PPSSSS, flashbulb is probably going to be a stick in the mud.
How dare you? How dare you?
How dare you? I'm fun.
I'm fun.
You know how to do fun.
I know fun.
I didn't do this race for nothing.
Auntie Flashbulb didn't get you a booty call for nothing.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. All right. So yeah, let's do you want to make a gather information roll for me?
I would like to. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do super well on it, but I'd like to.
I mean,
you never know.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to assume because I'm talking to one of my contacts, it's a consort.
Sounds right.
Which I'm terrible at, but that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Sounds good.
Consort. Damn. If only I had a dice. If only I had one in it. That's a 3.
Oof.
Yeah.
You get a small amount of info though. It's not nothing.
Yeah, which is fine.
So let's see.
I was looking for anything on like cool new ship parts. Because this thing, all we've done is put a science bay in it and like upgrade the engines a little.
Yeah, I'm looking at ship parts right now. So were you looking for weapons specifically, or was that?
Oh no, that was a goof.
Just checking. I gotta double check.
If there were weapons, that's nice, but that's not exclusive what she's looking for.
Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Oh yeah, this is fun. And definitely illegal.
Hey, I like those.
Yeah, I think he's got a line on a gravic field generator.
Ooh.
It can create a gravic field extending ship to ship. Can be used to grapple or tow. It's temperamental and dangerous. It's a guild prototype that he knows where to steal. Like it's not that he can get it for you per se,
right?
But he can get you the information where you can steal it for yourself, basically. And it's not legal, not even a little bit. Not that would stop you, but
no, that never stops us.
Well, if we could steal it, then
basically, like he's like, okay, so I heard about this really cool new experimental technology, and I know where they're testing it out, and if you're lucky, you could probably take it. But that's a lot of ifs.
I'm assuming that this is the Guild of Engineers.
Correct.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's gonna be a good time when we go in there against a tier 5 faction.
You didn't say you wanted it to be easy.
Oh no, I know.
Also,
This is fine.
I was like, no, this is good. Yeah, it's highly experimental, highly illegal, and you'd be going up against a tier 5 faction, but you have a lead.
Yeah. Look, hey, that's better than nothing. It's better. To be fair, it's
right up our alley, honestly.
Yeah. Also, we are daring, so
that is true.
And this is also exactly what I asked for. So I'll take it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So, great.
Yeah.
Let's talk dark lane travel.
Yeah. Because I was gonna have an RP thing, and then you reminded me we were doing dark lane hyperspace things. So.
Do you want to do an RP thing first?
let's see how the Dark Lane hyperspace stuff goes first, and then we'll see if this.
Okay, like this is gonna be like cutting a from what you've read on the Dark Lane maps, which you have not actually had an opportunity to use yet. You're pretty sure that you can get from the jump gate at between Iota and Rin to the jump gate between Iota and Breck in 3 days instead of 2 weeks.
Wow, that is
Yeah,
fast.
that's a real nice time cut.
Yeah, we're taking that. Holy shit, give it to me.
But we're gonna end up inside a star if it fails.
That's fine.
Trapped between 2 stars?
I mean, hey, worst thing that happens, we just make a new ship and start over.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll all be dead. We'll just get new characters. It'll be great.
That character art isn't
I
done
mean-
yet.
I mean,
That character art isn't done yet. We have time to change everything.
I was gonna be like, Saint doesn't even have to change anything because he's a clone.
Exactly. See, you understand.
That's why you're such a daring pilot.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's gonna be more of me coming around.
We all
This
play
was-
the clones.
If this was Eclipse phase, I could literally do that.
True.
Yeah, this isn't. So
Okay. So this is dangerous. Like, this kind of cut is going to be desperate. Like, if you fuck up, you fuck up bad.
right.
And it's not like there's an in between.
Mhm.
Like, you can either just take your 2 weeks, no roll, or you can take a desperate roll and see if you can cut it down to 3 days.
I have faith in Flashbulb.
Not
Yeah.
only that, I feel like the whole crew is on board because we do get a bonus for doing this faster. So we're all like,
Mhm.
yeah, money, fuck it. We'll end up in the sun. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
Look,
high on adrenaline.
If we're not gonna test it now, we'll never know.
Exactly.
I mean, we will
Also-
know, but we'll know, but we'll find out when we're like being chased by the cops or something like that. That's a terrible time to find out.
Mhm.
Like weeks on end in hyperspace, space is gonna go insane with nobody to sleep with. So
Yeah.
There's
But yeah,
people on the
let's,
ship. What?
Let's.
I mean, I was thinking that, but it's gonna get real creepy real quick. Is all I'm saying.
so it sounds like a desperate helm roll.
I think
That is
um,
exactly what it sounds like to me.
It's a desperate helm roll. Do I get do I get the potency from being an ace pilot? Is this
Mm,
considered a speed related roll?
gotta go
Yeah.
fast.
Okay.
yeah, I think it is. I think that's a
So
speed
this
related
is
roll. Yeah,
desperate.
yeah.
What's the effect with the potency?
Basically, it's gonna be basically it would be standard effect, but you get a bonus because of your potency to make it great effect,
Mhm.
which is what makes it 3 days.
Okay.
Like,
Well, you say 3 days. Let's make it 1.
Oh,
I'm gonna
geez.
do Leaf on the
There you
Wind.
go.
Spend 3
Alright.
stress to give myself an extra dice and to make it desperate extreme.
She getting crazy.
okay. Yeah. You're like, okay, so I've mapped this out. I can do this, get there in 3 days. But if I can make this jump between these 2 lanes without slowing down,
Mhm.
we can do it in 1.
Well-
It might rip the ship apart, but we could do it.
Look, we're gonna sling our.
I feel like this is the equivalent of the scene at the end of the first Fast and the Furious where they like cross the train, like cross over the train tracks right as it comes by.
Look, we'll just sling ourselves do gravity slinging across a couple of planets and get there in 1 day. It's fine.
Seems
Mhm.
legit.
All right.
Yeah, you're like, it just turns out that the 3 planets are in perfect alignment for us to sling across each one of them.
Yep. All right. Let's see me fail.
You're a mad woman.
5.
Which I
5. Okay.
This
Not
could have gone really
bad.
poorly.
Okay.
Whew.
So
Whew.
I think the first thing that happens is we're gonna cut it back down to great effect instead of
Okay,
extreme.
that's fine.
So it's still 3 days, which is still very, very, very good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna resist that.
And you could. It's fine.
I'm
But I definitely think there's also like damage to the ship. Like
I would
the-
like to try to resist that if I can.
I mean, of course you can.
Cool. Excellent.
Part of
What
it-
is going to get damaged? And then I will, yeah.
Let's see.
I climb on the outside of the ship and hold it together.
That's a bad plan. Oh boy,
Hey,
that's
hey,
all
what-
kinds
what
of a bad
happens
plan.
That is going to be a desperate roll. That gets me experience.
Get out of here.
I mean, that's gonna be a desperate, a desperate zero effect roll. That's gonna be like, you can try and you can still die without helping at all.
I mean, isn't gravity relative though? Wouldn't they? That I mean, if he's wearing a spacesuit.
Get out of here.
No.
Not when we're slinging around moons and stuff. That's just how you die.
That's fair. You just get ripped into chunks or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's time that's relative, silly boy.
Yep.
Yeah, gravity is
Mm.
too.
Nah, gravity's just a weak force. There's a difference.
Okay. So looking at your crew sheet, what you guys all have, I think the only thing that makes sense to be damaged here would be your jump drive.
Oh,
which
yeah.
would make it impossible for you to get to the next system.
I'm going to be resisting that.
Yeah, like I think
Plus-
that as you're traveling the hyperspace lanes, you're pulling off some really crazy ass shit.
Mhm.
It's
And, like,
like
you
overheating the engine.
At the perfect time, but yeah, I get you.
This is why you have to get better engines so you can get like afterburners and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, you've started the track.
Yes,
Yep.
but please resist that because I've already used baling wire and mech tape, so I can't
All right.
fix
So
it.
so from Ace Pilot, when I roll to resist the consequences of piloting, which this is, I get +1 die. So
Hey, it's,
Yeah.
There we go.
Did you even did you have any stress that you could remove?
I did because I used 3 stress for that roll.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go flashbulb.
you're
What's
yeah.
Rob's MVP? What's
Mad
up?
woman.
mad woman.
Amazing.
What's up, you mad lady?
Expert pilot in us.
So yeah, you managed to keep it together. It takes longer than you could have done this faster.
Yeah.
If you had a
Mhm.
better engine, it would have been easy, but you had to ease off it just enough.
Yeah.
I can see it now. Flashbulb.
And like
from
and
now
that,
on
that
is
moment
like,
when you
fix
ease
this
off
shit.
it, you're just like sipping on a pina colada or something.
Smoking a cigar, sipping on a pina colada.
Right.
Oh, I want a
Okay.
pina colada.
Yeah, me too.
Too bad you're not the pilot.
I mean, I have all the ingredients in the
Did you
kitchen.
know-
I could
did
go
you know
make
that-
one.
Caution tapes makes very good pina coladas, but only for me.
I've heard.
All right, during break, everyone has to go make themselves a pina colada and
I
come
don't-
back with it.
I don't have the ingredients sorted, unfortunately.
While I probably do, I can't drink alcohol.
You can
so-
have a virgin pina colada. I
Oh,
give you
yeah, I
permission.
can't drink alcohol either.
Yeah, I don't have the ingredients to make a virgin pina colada.
You all have
So-
my permission to go to the store, get the ingredients. No, I'm kidding.
No.
So
We have a
3
game
days.
to play.
So 3 days is how long it
Hey,
takes, rather than
Yeah, 3
That's
days
still
is how
good.
long it takes. There is one other thing, and you can resist this as well,
Mhm.
is that you're going to basically gain heat in this system from basically someone is going to notice.
how much heat.
Probably 2. It's not a
That's-
huge amount.
That's fine. That's fine by me.
Okay, we'll go ahead and give you 2 heat and iota then. No problem.
Someone's gonna know our gonna notice our sweet moves.
I mean, someone is going
Whoa,
to.
who was that?
Someone is going
It's
to.
gonna be like an amateur astronomer like releases the footage, and the cops are like, "We need to find these perpetrators."
I hope not.
It's more like someone in an office somewhere is like compiling lists of people who were trafficking between the gates,
Mhm.
and it's like,
This doesn't feel right.
this doesn't add up. Are there 2 ships registered with the same name? That's
Yeah, it's either that or we just get like 75 speeding tickets between the 2 gates. I'm not paying any of those. This could go.
It's like, yes, officer. Thank you, officer. Rolls down the space window. Yeah.
And then
Yes.
y'all manage to make the jump over to Breck. You have to sit in line and go through inspection, whatever. You don't have anything illegal going on, so it's like not a big deal.
Yeah. Also, we finally have false ship papers.
Also,
Finally.
you finally have false ship papers.
That took
Not
us-
that you need to use them, but I guess you could for reasons.
I mean,
Um,
for like genuine like the situation of what our ship is, we kind of needed them more of like a role play background element than like a active ingredient.
well,
Yeah.
like the yeah. Anyway, so welcome to Breck. As you get through the jump gate, there's like big flashing neon signs about how Nightfall is the tourist destination of all of the Procyon sector, and great deals on strip clubs if you use this hashtag code.
Face is like glued to our window.
I wonder if Glitch gets a
Oh,
message
Scum
from
Villainy.
her mafia boyfriend.
Oh yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
shit. Like
Definitely.
20. Where you at, BB?
Like, I mean,
I miss you.
he knows that she's like traveling.
That's traveling criminal.
A rambler.
All right. A gambler.
That too.
Who's got a career? It's fine.
Yeah, we're not heading to a prison right now.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We're probably doing it for this mafia, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You're not, but
Yeah, we aren't. Who? I don't remember. We never figured out who it was, or we haven't figured it out yet. We'll probably figure it out soon enough.
I don't know if it's really important to know who it's for per se. It might be.
That's what a GM would say.
But if we find out, think of all the things we could learn.
Look, for Flashbulb, it's doing it for Satani, and that's what's important.
That is important. Gotta keep Grandma happy.
Yeah, Glitch, not too long after the packet loss is registered as having come through this gate, you get a message from your mafia boyfriend,
Who has a Korean name, if I remember correctly.
Sumchan.
Sumchan.
So Sumchan sends you a message like, so hey, I see you're in the neighborhood. Wink.
I don't respond to the message right away, but I do go to Face's room. I knock on Face's door and then don't wait for an answer, and I kind of poke my head in. Face.
Hey, what's going on?
I need a favor.
Oh?
Uh-huh. Can you, I need to keep Sumchan satiated for a little while. Would you help me take a picture?
Oh, of course.
And then we're just gonna fade to black on that, and we're sending Sumchan a picture. I'm gonna put him through some ordeals.
All right.
Face is like, just a picture?
Yep.
Yeah, single picture.
Yep.
Just one.
Just a picture.
Yeah.
But it's a whole photo shoot. We make it a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to have, yeah, it's fun.
And you don't even question why Face has so many different lingerie that you can try on for this photo shoot.
No. I'm sure we helped him
By
pick
the
it
way,
out.
I'm sure it's very fancy lingerie.
You can find it all on Glitch's
The
Patreon.
French kind.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to buy Glitch's space bathwater, there is a tier for that.
God damn it.
He did it. He did it, guys. Good job.
Excellent.
But yeah, she would respond with sending him just that picture, and then like a sorry, just passing through. See you on the next trip. That should hold him over.
Okay. Are you going to try to use your dark ways to get to the space around Isotropomax, or are you going to approach slow ways?
I feel like going through the dark hyperspace lanes would technically be safer because it's a maximum security prison.
That's fair.
I mean, I am on board with that. as
I can
well.
see that.
We don't
I-
have to go fast through the dark hyperspace lanes. We just have to go through them so we don't get detected.
Seems like
Um,
logic.
During this time, can I be doing like gather information, like studying the best way to like shut down this AI ship or something? Like while we're doing this, just
Just
so
have to move
Oh yeah,
it.
I'm
Don't
I'm
shut it
assuming
down.
that you're doing that already. Like, I mean, that's standard prepping for a job stuff.
Mhm.
okay.
Like,
That's gonna be part of the
I
engagement
mean,
role, probably.
exactly. How
Triage is
well
this
that
standard
works is
job
going to be part of the
doer,
engagement role.
so-
Exactly.
By the way, Face is going to be MIA for a little bit because he's got pictures to look at.
Oh.
the secret face glitch romance begin.
I was gonna say when we joked about that earlier being stuck in weeks, I was like, I think they're both professional enough to know what this is.
There's a little bit of a tangent away from the game. There is a move in Uncharted Worlds called Cramped Quarters.
Oh
That
god.
when you're stuck together for a long period of time in enclosed space, you roll it, and depending on the result, because it's a Powered by the Apocalypse game, so it's a move. It has different. You choose a character, and you roll, and depending on what you roll, can either be like you find something out about the person finds something out about you, you get in a big old fight or something, or like y'all have a great time. So
That's
I've been
funny.
using
You
I've
fight
been
or
using
you
that for my
fuck.
Stars
It's-
Out. Yeah, I've been using that for my Stars Out number game. It's an interesting time. But anyway, tangent over.
Oh,
Fun.
that's good. That's next space game. I'm gonna remember that.
All right. Well, it's still dangerous to
Okay.
use these hyperspace lanes. It's also still dangerous to be approaching a supermax prison. So, we're gonna make 2 rolls, and the result of your first roll is going to affect the second roll. The second roll being the engagement roll for the score as a whole.
Right.
So we need to know a little bit more about your like plan of action, and then we'll go ahead and make our dark lane navigation roll.
Okay. So our job is to get the ship out of the way. We don't even need to touch the prison, if I remember correctly. So
You are quite correct.
All right.
However, the ship is very close to the prison,
right.
and you can't get close enough to the ship to interact with it in any way without being in range of the prison.
Yeah. And we're not trying to destroy this AI or whatever. Like we're just being like, hey, you should move away from the prison.
Like, that's one option, is destroy the AI. Another option is just say, hey, can you please move?
Just
Guys,
course
what if we
correct
convince
the
the
robot
AI to
police.
become our friends and I get 2 AI?
That's I mean, it's a sentient creature, but yeah, sure. Creature is a weird word. It's a sentient being.
Creature is a real weird word.
Cool. Yeah, so you're gonna approach the Isotropa Max via some dark lanes.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's right. Am I needed to helm again?
You are needed to helm again, correct?
Okay. Alrighty. What is the position?
Well, it's definitely desperate,
Okay.
and I feel like it's limited because I think that even though, you know, dark space lanes are theoretically uncharted,
Mhm.
I don't think there's any way you would have a supermax prison circling a sun if they could detect any kind of dark space lane that was anywhere near it.
Mhm.
Then they would not. Basically, either there aren't such space lanes or they are actually guarded.
Yeah.
Um
We'll find our own. It's fine.
We'll make a road.
We'll make our
you,
own.
you might be able to find one that like shifts around that you
Right.
can utilize. You might be able to force your way out of a hyperspace lane like midstream, which is also very dangerous. Stuff like that.
Okay. I'm also going to assume, since this isn't speed related, that I don't get my potency from Ace Pilot.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
speed related.
That's fine. I am gonna leaf on the wind again, so I get +1 effect and +1 die. So now it's on desperate standard.
Cool.
Yeah, and that's it. Unless somebody wants to help me out.
I will.
I'm not a doctor, but
This is a help roll. You're not doing the roll.
oh, you can't do it on a help roll.
No.
Okay.
Help roll is
I mean,
just
a
you
help roll
spend
is
you
you-
just
yeah.
spend stress and you give me a die. Like
You
Oh.
explain how you are helping and spend 1 stress, and then Saintguard gets a die.
actually, question: is this the start of the job?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I was wondering how many gambits we had. 2.
Those.
So I could use a gambit right now.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right. Because
Yeah,
I
I'll
mean,
use a
like
gambit.
this is essentially the start of the job. We're gonna roll the engagement afterwards, but that's
Okay.
because something, depending on this roll, something might happen that will completely derail you getting to the start of the job.
Oh no.
Oh, good.
Because-
Okay.
because-
Then I'll use a gambit.
Because hyperspace lane, the dark space lanes are incredibly dangerous, not only just because they could potentially move around, because there could be other smugglers that are coming head on at you that are not broadcasting their because they're smugglers.
Mhm.
There could also be, weird way creatures. There's lots and lots of things that could go wrong using these.
Yeah, it's fine.
In addition to that, I will assist Flashbulb. I'm going to close off the bridge, make sure there are no extra distractions, and do some quick psychology to try to get her in like a zone type of state where she's like very, very focused on what's in front of her, and that's the only thing she's thinking about.
You inject her with some of those focusing drugs from the doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
No
Nope,
injections. Nope.
Just help psych her up.
Yep. All right. Cool.
Fine,
So,
here's some space
so
steroids.
desperate standard 3 bonus dice. Let's see us not get a single 6.
Nah, you got this.
I got one.
Wow.
I got one.
I will take that
Wow.
stress.
Thank you, face.
Take that stress.
Thank you, face.
Good. That's really what you needed, because yeah. So tell me a little bit more about your approach to the ship, and we'll go ahead and talk about our engagement roll here.
Yeah, so face like shuts off the cockpit, and like Flashbulb is being very careful about this. Like her training as a pilot came from being a shuttle pilot, as well as being like a racing pilot, but like she's not just like doing this for speed, which is what was happening. There's a marked difference between how she was acting at Iota and how she is now in Breck. In Breck, she's just like, she's focused, and she's like they're basically like, it's one of those things, it's like a rally car driver where there's like the navigator being like, okay, we're doing it here. It's like mark, and like the turn will be like instant, it'll be very clean. And it goes like basically the way that we got out of like not being spotted by the Supermax prison is there is a space lane that like goes like, usually it's mapped, like this isn't a lane that you should go through because like it's mapped and like lit in the middle of the lane there's supposed to be an asteroid, but we were able to find a way around that asteroid.
Yeah, there was obviously a large wormhole in the middle of the asteroid, and by wormhole I mean like worm in an apple hole, not like.
Yeah. It's just like donut-shaped asteroid, and you manage to slip through the center as it tumbles through space.
Yeah, exactly. We get through those coordinates, and
like
we're able to.
You go in and it starts rotating, and then you come out after it's done flipping, rotating the other way.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I love it.
Look totally badass.
Yeah.
Totally badass. Okay. So what is your plan for this AI ship? Are you doing violence on this target? That doesn't sound likely.
No, we only
Are
have.
you going
Violence is
to?
not our strong point.
No.
No,
My
it's not.
first thought was to try to talk to it.
Yeah, I'd be down with that, because like the other thing, like to be fair, we are smugglers. So if we can like get it to follow us out, basically. Maybe it just can't figure out a way, the like AI can't figure out a way out. But that depends on the AI. So like ultimately we got to talk to it. I say it because I don't know anything about the AI, but
I could do that with a hack roll.
I do
them.
ask Flashbulb if we can have caution tape around. Just
Oh yeah.
bridge the gap if we need to.
Yeah, totally. Should we mark load now as well?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm gonna do normal load.
So
So where exactly are we going to be? We're going to be on the ship, right?
So I guess I feel like my question here is, are you planning on like docking with this AI ship and then talking with it on its own terms? Are you trying to get kind of close and be
Can we,
messages
like,
across to it?
Oh, yeah.
Like
I want to like message this thing. I do not want to be docked with it in the event that it does something insane.
I mean,
at least that's my theory.
For me, I know that I'm gonna be on the packet loss regardless of what y'all do. So it just depends on docking with the ship or getting close enough where we're being messages. Either's fine by me. It's just what you three are gonna do.
I feel like at the very least we should start by hailing the thing and not just like docking.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So I mean, it might result in.
I feel like really this is kind of an odd kind of a score, and you're kind of doing it against Isotropa Max. Even though this AI is like unaffiliated, but the whole point is that you need to do this without Isotropa Max knowing about it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I feel like this is like maybe an infiltration job to get close enough to do this messaging like point to point.
Totally.
And so like you coming out of the dark space lanes into this area is going to be your approach.
Right.
Okay. Glad I hammered that out. So, is this operation particularly bold or daring?
Yes.
Yes.
What? Is it complex or contingent on many factors?
Yes.
Yeah, it's contingent on a lot of factors.
We
more
needed
than
to roll twice even to get here.
Yeah.
Well, you
Well-
could have made it with less rolling, but
Yeah.
So yes, but getting it at the very one of the things contingent on the job was time. So cutting that time in half was part of the plan, in my opinion. And then the second thing is getting here without being seen by the prison was another
Yeah.
problem that we had to solve before we could even start negotiating or whatever you want to call it with this thing. So
okay.
I feel like this has a lot of moving parts that have to go right in order for us to
Yeah, I totally agree. So does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they are weakest? Yeah, kind of like
Yeah.
using the dark space lanes to get past their security. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defenses or special preparations? Yes, they do. I already
Yes.
described that to
Yeah,
you.
you were talking about that.
Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
Flashbulb did reach out to the person, right? Or was that for something else?
That was for something else. That was
That's for
unrelated to
something
the
else.
operation. Satani, technically, but like that
I mean,
was
she
just
gave
getting
you
the
the job, but I don't think she gave you.
She didn't really give us any
particular
additional
insight.
information.
Yeah.
I probably should have pushed for that, but it was
It's
kind of
fine.
the end of the night, so that was my bad.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I mean, I don't think she had any other information to give you.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are there enemies or rivals interfering in this operation?
I hope not.
Not that we know of.
Let's just
Kind of isn't the like isn't never mind, because we're here to get rid of the thing, not to actually perform the jailbreak, so never mind.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Right.
We don't care. We don't actually care about the prison. We just care about the ship and its AI.
Right. Exactly.
I'm not going to lie, I've had Thin Lizzy stuck in my head like ever since this episode started. The song Jailbreak, it won't go away.
Okay.
Please send help.
I don't think there is anyone particularly interfering with this job. It's kind of obscure. And no one who might possibly be is your enemy or rival. So no. Are there any other elements you might want to consider? I mean, it's a supermax prison. Like, they have all kinds of security shit all over the place. So you guys are looking at 0 dice.
Oh yeah, thanks. I ain't rolling. I've rolled enough.
But you've rolled so well.
I've rolled so well, but also it's up to the rest of the crew. I've gotten us this far.
It's just a fortune roll, right?
Fortune roll 0 dice.
All right,
See,
I got it.
how where you guys
Come
are
on,
at.
Rindis.
Just know that this is not my fault.
Come
Here
on,
we
it's
go.
all your fault.
It's
Do it right.
Roll 20's fault.
Do it
Blame Roll
right.
20. 3. Yeah.
All right. You are in a desperate position when the action starts.
Hey, that's great. Let's get that experience. Yeah. Guys, it's totally my doing. I did this on purpose. I wanted us to get experience. It's fine.
Everybody loves experience.
This was all planned.
Chat lives for us having desperate.
It's
Good.
true. I mean, we almost killed ourselves getting here, so I feel like this is a good game for chat to be watching us die.
This is going to be all desperate all night. I love it.
All desperate all the time.
Desperation is real.
Okay, so where are you guys when this comes out? I think what happens is as you come out of that like hole in the asteroid thing, I think what happens is there is like a huge shadow comes across the ship.
Uh-oh.
And what you see is like the worm that created this wormhole through this asteroid. It's hugely giant. And it looks like it's going to be like about to land and crush your ship. But on top of that, you can like your scanners are picking up in the distance like a patrol flight of fighters from the prison. That's
think
either
I speak for all of us when I say hail the worm and convince it to attack the fighters for us.
Good. That's
Who's gonna attune to the worm?
So
I think I'm
volunteers.
Zeno,
I
you
also
say.
have one in attune, but you know.
I immediately turn to Flashbulb. I say, Flashbulb, can you like land us on that thing?
I mean, I can try.
Like, it's like a split second thing. So like that's all I say.
Here goes. Yeah, it's just like I could try. Here goes nothing. It's just like let's land on the worm. But while we're landing the worm, she's gonna calm Glitch. Glitch, we've got a flight of prison fighters. Can you maybe give them some countermanding orders so they don't find us?
Oh, absolutely. It would be my pleasure. And you see her like flip down a little hacking visor, Ed style.
Yes.
Cool. So I'm gonna try landing on the worm.
I feel like that's
okay.
Wait for us not to be seen, you know?
Yeah.
Right. So you're gonna try to dodge the worm, like landing on you and or eating you. Land on it as a way to hide from the fighters that are coming by.
Yep, 2 birds with 1 stone. 2 birds with 1 spaceship.
Right. Well, this is desperate.
Yeah, I mean, we started desperate.
So I feel like this is going to start off like a limited effect.
Oh, yikes.
Like,
okay.
Because I mean, it's a great idea, but you're not.
Yeah, I get you.
It's the coloration of your spaceship and the coloration of this worm do not really mean that hiding on it is exactly conducive.
I mean, but that's
So-
why
But-
that's why I told that's why Flashbulb told Glitch to also send those countermanding
Right,
orders.
right,
so we have that.
exactly.
They're
So
not going to be visually like looking at us, right? Like
So-
more likely they would have us on radar. And if
So-
Glitch can stop them from seeing us directly, then
so
that's
Glitch,
not my
if
thought.
you'd like to roll your hacking as like a
Setup action.
setup
Yes.
action, then improve that. Exactly.
And
That's-
so I know we've talked about it before, and it doesn't very give a clear description in the book. Hacking rig versus hacking tools. Does hacking tools just count as like extra stuff that will help the hacking rig be better? Because it feels weird that it's a separate item if it's not providing.
Well, you have a the hacking rig is inherently better than hacking tools because they're fine, and also hacking tools are like, I think what hacking tools are basically like programs and stuff, and the rig is like you have a full computer in front of you.
Yeah, but it's like, is hacking tools supplementing the thing you already have? Because why would I ever spend loadout on hacking tools?
you shouldn't.
Yeah.
You never have to.
So it's
The only reason you'd ever have to is if something happens to your fine hacking rig.
Hmm.
But essentially you've got like an
Okay, so it's-
iPad with
it's just
Wi-Fi
there.
that you can do a little bit of rudimentary hacking with.
I wish I had better items for my
Well, it's because
additional loadout.
the rest of us, because we all of us have access to hacking tools.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like it's so like the rest of us can like even hack something, because if we didn't have hacking tools, it'd be like, well, you can't hack it really for
Yeah.
the most part.
Alrighty.
I mean,
Yeah.
you
Well then,
get a genius pet and little drones.
it's
so-
true.
And spare
It's-
parts.
And spare parts. I do get those. It's true. All right. So yeah, I'm going to hack it. I'm going to use try and work off both suggestions of trying to mask our signal, because yeah, ships totally don't use their like viewports and stuff. They use signals because we have an XYZ axis in space. So it's the Star Wars thing. They don't actually have like crazy glass viewports because that's stupid. You'd ram a A-wing through it and kill the entire capital ship.
Good job, A-Wing.
Yeah, good job, A-wing. So I'm gonna try and hack our signal, make us not appear on the blips so that they can't find us. Hacks, desperate.
These are
Yeah,
not the warp
what's
shield-
what's the effect, I guess? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, we'll find out in a little bit.
Oh, okay. Guys, D&D Beyond. Sorry.
Oh, she's back.
There she is. Okay. Everything all right?
Small dog was barking at my roommate coming home
Oh,
and would not shut up.
I know that
until
feeling.
She could go and bark directly at my roommate, and then he
I
can be
must
like,
greet her.
He can be like, "Small dog, please. I have lived here longer than you. I live here. Shush."
damn it, small dog. What have you done?
Anyway. I love
Desperate.
the small
What's our effect here?
Okay. So your effect is going to be I think it's going to balance out to so you have a fine hacking rig, but these ships are from a supermax prison.
Mhm.
So I think it's going to balance out to a blah, 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 blah. Standard effect.
Okay.
Thank you. Words.
Standard.
Meandered.
We want to add any extra dice to this, or do we think we're good? Because
Do you wanna add any extra dice to it?
I mean, we've already spent one gambit. So
I was gonna say I feel like we should not use another gambit yet.
Yeah, that's why I'm like I've got a full hack, so I'm not.
Well, I was at. You can also spend stress / I mean, other people can help you. You know,
Mhm.
I'm probably not going to because I'm at 6 stress, but you know,
Yeah.
got other members of the ship.
Would anybody help? How would I have people help me with this?
I'm getting kind of high on stress personally.
Yeah, I don't want you to burn out either. I'll just go with it. We don't need to.
Okay.
Because Devil's Gambit is like one of the space worms is hungry, and it's like, no.
Well, we'll
right.
find out. We could
Yeah.
find out what the devil's bargain is.
Yeah, tempt me with the Devil's Bargain. Let's see what we got.
Let's see.
I'm always up for a Devil's Bargain.
Sorry, I just got a message from my lady. I was telling her about how the dog was barking at our roommate, and she was like, yeah, she's probably just upset that he wasn't me. He needs to try harder.
They're not the human I wanted.
Devil's bargain.
I
know I suggested, but now I'm like, wait, I probably should have thought this through.
I mean, mine was just one of the worms is hungry.
I mean, there's only one worm, and it's already hungry.
I mean, is there?
Do you want
that
there?
There's a second worm? That's a great Devil's Bargain.
It has babies.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, we could go with there's a bigger worm that comes out of hyperspace now.
No, I'm all on board with there's a bigger worm. You like that? You like that?
Yeah.
That's how we die. I'm already gonna be rolling a desperate roll to land on one of them.
No. Does anybody else have anything?
Let's see.
Come on, people. Let's not die to the worm.
Well, because this is well, it doesn't have to be like a consequence of hacking. So
no. Well, I mean, like another worm showing up is not a consequence of hacking,
totally.
even at
true.
all. It's mating season.
Oh no. Why'd you land on the underside of this worm?
I think with dark hyperspace.
There's no up in space.
I think with dark hyperspace lightens and stuff like that, and we are talking about way creatures. Something reaches out to us on the ship from the darkness.
The darkness. I like that too.
I shoot a magic missile at it.
Oh, that's a fun complication that's all over the place. Yeah, let's do that. You like that? You like
I
that?
do. I like that.
Reaches out to
I'm
you?
down with that
I'm more
one.
open to that than I am with the double worm thing.
Yeah, I'm down with the abyss staring back at us.
You know, we're already
Welcome.
effed as it is with the worm thing. Let's not double that.
All right.
So
I'm
it's
going
an extra dice.
with that. Here we go. 5.
You get XP.
Yeah, not as good as Saint, but that's fine. Ooh, hey, that's a level up.
Okay, so I mean, you succeed, but there's consequences. Definitely, the first consequence is going to be more heat. They notice something has happened to their systems, for an additional heat, for this
Okay.
job.
That's fine.
That's the obvious, the first one. Let's see.
There's more, right? Before I roll.
No, yeah, there's more.
resist.
There's more. I'm trying to determine exactly what is what.
Before you choose what to resist.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just making sure there's more before I do it.
I think that your I think that your hacking rig would be damaged.
Oh no.
Like it's got countermeasures, like your
That makes sense. They would have really good IT staff on hand.
There's ice. Great.
I mean, there has to be, like, you can't have Supermax Prisons fighters without there being at least a little bit of ice.
Yeah.
So that's going to damage your hacking rig, and you won't be able to use it again the rest of this score. And
that's my money maker, though. All right.
And also, you hear, everybody hears, but like it shakes you in particular because you're in the middle of doing this action, and you don't have any attune.
Nope.
Does everybody else have attune?
I don't think Face does, but I think everyone else does.
Not Face and not Glitch. So the two of you are especially shaken, and I think that Glitch, you're gonna take like a harm from this. Face, you're just like shivers down your spine. You're trying to do some stuff and you're like, that was really weird. But like you're like in the moment, in the middle of hacking when this happens, and it's just like shakes you. So you're gonna take a level 2 harm of shaken.
Oh, fun.
And basically there's this this voice that just says, I see you. So
Terrible.
all of you hear that, but none of you realize that you all hear that.
Oh, fun.
So what are
Also,
you gonna resist?
also, yeah, bringing up the point of level 2 damage. I'm assuming that's not macroed into the dice rolls from looking
It's
at
not.
it.
It's
Okay,
not.
so I
but
should have.
also, your cracked ribs are not going to affect your hacking skills.
Okay.
But this this psychically shaken would.
Okay. Yeah, because I recognize that it still rolled 4 and didn't take it out, so I just wanted to keep it kosher and be like that third or that second 3 wouldn't be there.
Right.
But you're saying it doesn't, so.
Yeah, if it was going to affect you, I would have reminded you to subtract it manually, but it doesn't automatically do it because it doesn't always
Apply.
affect you.
Yeah.
It only applies to things that it applies to.
It makes sense.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I just
Alright,
wanted to point out I remembered, so okay.
I want to play into the fact that I just recovered from minor hallucinations. So the fact that I can see you in my brain, I'm just like, you're not real. And then I go back to whatever I'm doing, just like studying the like the mechanical, like electric ways of this ship, and like seeing if there's like a main artery we can cut off to close off the AI from the rest of the ship.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just typed in all caps in chat, and I fucking hate this new font so much. Oh my god.
So the things to resist are broken rig, gaining heat. Are we able to resist the voice, or was that part of the bargain?
You could resist taking the damage from the voice. You're going to hear the voice, period.
Yeah.
But the reason you are taking damage is because you are like, you know,
I don't have a
knee-deep.
tune.
You don't have a tune, and you are knee deep in the middle of like VR hacking,
Mm-hmm.
and this happens, and so it's like, who sees me? Oh fuck! Like,
Well, she's
no way for you.
she's reckless now, so she would be like, "See this," and give it like the digital bird.
Right,
But it would still freak her out, and she's playing tough. Well, heat we can work with.
Mm.
A broken rig is very detrimental, so I think I'm going to resist that one.
So, insight resist, I would assume for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No bonus die or penalty there.
Correct.
Okay. 5.
1 stress.
Not bad. Yeah, you managed to override the ice before it can deal any damage to your rig, and then slip on out of there. You've successfully messed with their sensors enough that they won't notice the ship up against the worm, assuming that you managed to land on the worm, or at least get real close to it. I believe in you.
I also believe.
So, and you also have the harm.
Yeah, put the harm on your character sheet. It goes in the second box. The second level 2 harm box.
Oh, hey, Saint, before you roll that, when you got the critical earlier, did you roll a gambit with that roll, or
because it's a desperate roll, so it does not.
It doesn't count. Dang.
No.
Okay, I just saw that, so I was like, "Oh, hey, did we add one?" Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Nope. You only get gambits back if you're rolling risky, unless you take the scoundrel thing that lets you. Was it never tell me the odds?
Yeah.
Or you're like, or you're a pilot and you take punch it. So when you spend a gambit on desert roll, it counts as risky instead.
Punch it, Chewy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But you still don't get gambits back for spending gambits. That's
No.
That's
Yeah.
never tell me
Yeah,
the
no,
odds.
that's not a.
Never tell me the odds.
I mean, that's what makes it really good. Like,
Yeah.
is that you can get gambits back even when you spent gambits.
Yeah. Well, it's time to see if we can land on this this here worm.
Yeah,
By the way, first things first, since Glitch is done, having no freaking clue what the way is or any of this other nonsense, I immediately start freaking out. I'm like, shit, they know we're here. Like I think like this is like somebody over comms or like somebody that's trying to like talk to us.
Yeah.
Mm.
And you're in the cockpit. You're still in the cockpit
Yes,
with
I assume I'm
Flashbulb.
somewhere in the cockpit.
Yeah, Flashbulb was trying to focus on like landing the ship on this worm. It's just like, dude, you're freaking out somewhere else. I'm trying to land the ship. Not in the cockpit.
I love Flashbulb.
I love all your characters, to be honest. Okay. So desperate and now standard.
Oh, okay.
Thanks to the help of your friend.
Excellent. Desperate and standard. Oh boy. I don't have any stress to spend because I want to save it to resist things. And we have one gambit, we want to save it. I don't think anybody can help me, can assist me in this.
I would generally assist you, but to be honest with you, I feel like in this instance, I would be freaking out.
Yeah, so that's
like
fine.
role play wise, I feel like I don't want to do anything.
What would Devil's Bargain be?
You physically kick Face out of the cockpit, actually injuring him.
Oh no.
Oh, I mean,
body me? That's not very nice of you.
I don't know how I do that and fly the ship, but if I can.
It's a spinny chair, so you whip around and you just Spartan kick him out the door.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Caution tape does it for me.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yep.
You jerk, you can't even do it yourself.
No, I'm flying the ship.
Accidentally squeezes too hard with their manipulator arms.
I'm flying the ship. Yeah, I think that Flashbulb is just like caution tape restrain him.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take that Devil's Bargain. I'm gonna mark.
Like cost. I thought we were friends.
So yeah, you can take some level 2 harm from a broken rib as caution tape wraps like 4 of their manipulator arms around your torso.
Damn, caution tape hit me for 2? Sure.
Yar.
Okay, so it's desperate standard and I get 1 extra dice, is what
Yep.
I'm hearing. Okie dokie. Oh, 6.
Oh, thank goodness.
Whew.
So yeah, I picture that caution tape like wraps the 4 manipulator arms around Face and like one of them across his mouth, and like
big harm.
And Face makes a bunch of muffled noises as and probably a muffled scream as one of their ribs breaks, and it's fine, don't worry about it. Caution tape eases up just a lot.
Armor just like right here.
And you guys land on the worm.
So speaking of which, I actually do have armor on my loadout. Does that help at all?
Yeah, if you would like to spend your armor to reduce that to a level 1 harm, you can do that. I wouldn't say that you can like roll a resistance here because it's a Devil's Bargain, but reducing it based on wearing armor, I think, is fair.
Okay.
You were right.
The 1.
So a bruised rib then at level 1.
Okay.
It hurts to breathe, but it'll only last a little while.
Nerdfuffle has the right of it.
Yeah, more ribs. It's fine.
He gave
Look,
you
you've
so
got
many.
a doctor on board.
I was-
Don't worry about
I
it.
was about to say, we have a doctor. It's fine.
Look,
Oh,
just go
thanks.
triage. She'll inject you with a bunch of drugs.
You wanted to go to the doctor.
Hey, Faith. So Flashbulb didn't want to try my drugs. Do you want to try my drugs? I got drugs.
So many drugs.
All right, so we land on the worm.
I don't care if we crash at this point. I'm banging on the cockpit like, damn it, I don't want to go to the doctor. Let me back in.
Let me in. Let me in.
So like I picture you guys land, like you land on the worm and like you like shut everything down long enough for the patrol to pass.
Yeah.
And then you can light back up again and make your way towards the
Fireball.
hulk of the fireball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go to the fireball.
All right, while we're on our way to the fireball, I will make my way to the doctor and actually ask Triage. Triage, I got kicked out of the cockpit. I think I hurt a rib or something. Can you
I'll
take
fuck
a look
some
at
blood.
this? And like before she pulls out the giant syringe, I'm like, not the giant
I
syringe.
just pull out a giant body-size forceps. Well, we're gonna have to open you up.
You don't have
like some Tylenol or some space Tylenol.
you don't have the special ability to allow you to patch them up to ignore the effects of a harm penalty. But you could still give him some drugs.
Yes. I will give him way too strong painkillers.
Okay. Mechanically you can change your minor harm from bruised rib to high as balls if you would like.
High as balls.
That is the mechanical implication. Mechanically, if you would like.
Mechanically, if you would like. It's not required.
I'm gonna hang on to the drugs knowing that triage is triage. And just in case like I take more damage later on, maybe I'll be high as fuck. But I think for now I'm just gonna kind of wait it out because
Gonna hang out with
I need to be focused in order to do my part of the job. So
and as you like I give it to you, I'm like, get out of here. I need to focus. Like I'm trying to figure out how we take care of this AI.
Oh, you're almost to the AI, so
never mind. Just like
And like I still think that the voice in my head was an illusion. I don't think that actually happened. Nobody said anything since then. Like I've been by myself, so because I was totally like I just got repaired from minor hallucinations, and I'm feeling like it's like a flashback from my time spent minor hallucinating.
Flashbulb's a little bit focused trying to land the ship on a space worm. Notice this one.
So yeah, you guys know that you only have so much time until the patrol's coming back.
Right.
So I'm making a clock here with no ticks on it. It just says patrol returns. I guess I should make it on the map also. What page are we on? There we go. You guys are over here by Isotrope Max.
I mean, that sounds like the proper song to sing at the moment.
I'm rating a max prison in space.
That's how it works, right?
That's how that works.
Definitely.
Rollable tables. That's what I need. Here we go. Token. That's the wrong table. Dang it. All right.
It's a 6 o'clock. Oh,
no, it should be
geez.
at 4 o'clock.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
No,
Oh,
I hit
good.
the
That's
wrong button.
way worse.
Yeah.
It is way worse. You're right. Here,
We
look,
gotta
I'll put
be-
it on the sun.
It's almost like
Ta-da.
we got to be quick about this.
What?
No.
Cool. So let's get down to business.
To defeat
But
the
You
Huns.
you approach the fireball. Fireball is a large ship. It's easily 6 times the size of the packet loss.
Oh,
It's
Oh.
it's a large ship. Like you could it's not so large that you could like dock inside of it and whatever, but it is definitely large enough that if you were to land on it per se, you could hide probably easier than you could have hidden up against the worm.
so I like as I'm looking over the blueprints to try to figure out like a artery or choke point to shut down the AI from the rest of the ship. I have to like use the scroll bar to the left or right, and I just like open up the comms and I'm like, guys, I think we're going to need a bigger ship.
Gonna need a bigger boat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait, are we at the ship yet?
Yeah.
I'm still like hobbling around in the hallway.
I'm gonna open up hailing frequencies with it in just a second. So everybody get ready.
Why would you hail it?
Because it has an artificial intelligence on it that's driving it. Satani told us this.
Caution
It's an
tape.
artificial intelligence that's working for the police.
How do you know
No.
that? No.
Flashbulb. Caution tape. Just have caution tape. Not let her speak. Ow.
It's like,
Yeah, I'm even if that's completely wrong and I know it, I'm gonna stick with that. Like,
Oh
that's
yeah.
what I say.
That sounds like triage.
That seems
Mm.
I mean,
legit.
I'm unstable. It's fine.
Okay. You know who we're gonna have do the talking? Face and Glitch. You're doing the talking. You know the AI the best and you can talk the best. So let's
Sounds
do
good.
this. So yeah, we're gonna Flashbulb's gonna hail Fireball.
We must
Uh,
steal the Declaration of Independence.
What what do you say in like the opening hail, or is it just like request for communication?
Oh.
Wait, I've got this. I type out "Hello World" in binary.
Oh no.
Um, so
I think go
so
ahead.
I have no idea what binary is, but I'm like, stop it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a standard standard request for communication. Yeah, just request like a request for communication. And like it's gonna be very obvious that it's like this is not, the system police or anything like that.
And I feel like this is like a short range type beam communication.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Okay. So yeah, you get a response back. That is like state your query.
Okay, so what I'm going to work on is a sway trying to pass myself off as the ship's superior without saying who I am. So I'm going to try to get the ship to try to basically tell me who programmed it or set it free or what have you.
Why are you here, basically?
Right. So
Go away.
Why are you here, and who made you do this?
Okay, and so you're attempting to pretend to be its.
He's just trying to flex on it.
You're trying to be its superior officer.
kind of. Basically, I'm saying, they sent me here to come check on you. I think there might have been a miscommunication. Can you confirm your standard orders, or can you confirm your standing orders rather?
Interesting.
Hmm.
Robot, respond.
Hmm.
Very Blade Runner
I
approach to
sent
this.
you my dick. Please respond.
Oh
Okay.
no.
I immediately start asking it, like, if you see a turtle in the middle of the desert, do you
Oh no.
Gonna Turing test the AI. They already passed. That's why they're an AI.
All these memories.
So this is definitely sounding like you're trying to sway it as you're trying to bullshit your way into it giving you information.
Correct.
This is definitely desperate, and I think that it's limited. I don't think that you have the credentials or even the correct communication frequency for it to believe you.
I want to help. I'll spend a stress by helping by trying to fake our signal to make it look slightly more official.
Yeah, that's something you can do.
And
Also,
I'm going to help whether this helps or not by trying to overload the query with logical fallacies.
That definitely does not help. It's the opposite of helping, actually.
I have a +1 dice when I'm trying to gather information, and I believe we would also get the. Would I get the passing through bonus for this? Because I'm
This
trying to pass
isn't-
myself off as somebody
No,
else.
no,
We're not
trying
passing we're not passing ourselves off as ordinary citizens.
I
That's
feel
what
like things masters are probably ordinary citizens
we're next to a supermax
in
prison.
front of the prison, and
Yeah.
you know, seems fine.
I promise.
and this is not like a gather information role. You're trying to get information, but this is not a gather information role. Like you're trying to get the AI to give you up something, but a gather information role as listed on your ability is specifically like learning information about a job, not on the job.
Oh, that does remind me, since that was brought up. I do have the analyst ability. When I hack a system, I can also ask a question about the owner or location of the system as if you had rolled a 6 on gather info. I can pull that later, but I would like some information on Isotrope Max. Because it's not super pertinent to what we're doing right now, but having some details on the place later could be neat. I'll get that after the action dies down.
Oh, that's 4, not great, especially because it's limited effect.
Ooh, yeah.
Hmm.
Hold on one second.
I mean, at least you get XP.
Mm.
Oh, I actually got. That's.
Yeah, don't forget your XP.
Yeah.
Everybody rolling desperate rolls tonight. All of the desperate rolls, so many desperate rolls. Okay. So, things go not great.
They go.
You do it. But there are consequences. Okay, so you're going to get some information. It's going to tell you a little bit of something, but at the same time, I think that we're going to put some ticks on the patrol returns clock. 3 of them.
Oh shit!
As
you can resist that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna resist that. Fuck, we're screwed if they come back. So,
it, and also like you're not increasing your level of trust with this computer. It's actually like more suspicious of you. Like you
Oh.
it gives you this response but you don't
More curious of us than suspicious of us.
you don't respond immediately with like whatever response it was expecting. And so it's even less likely to continue to open up to you. But your question was like, what are you doing here or something like that?
Yes, I'm trying to get information about like who created this ship and why is it here, is basically the two things that I'm trying to gather.
Okay. So you're only getting one of those things.
Okay, so
I'm gonna
then
be generous. Which one do you want?
I guess I would rather know why they were here, because if I know why it's here, I can get it to hopefully.
Okay. It is supposed to be doing some kind of scientific data collection on the bright wind phenomenon that escapes the Breck sun.
Okay.
Huh.
I do the equivalent of like muting a conversation and I look over to Glitch and I'm like, fuck, we're gonna have to let Triage talk to this thing.
Are you gonna resist some of those consequences, by the way? Okay.
I just wanted to get that out there while it was still
I'm
relevant.
gonna give him a look like, do we have to?
So what I'm gonna try to do to slow down the recall of the ships is I am actually going to say we need to run through a diagnostic, and it's not going to have the required effect if there are other ships around or other people involved. So it's best to hold off recalling the ships at this time.
This ship is not the one that sent these fighters. The fighters came from the Isotrope Max prison.
Right,
this ship is not associated with the Isotrope.
I was
Max
under the
prison.
impression that because I did that, the ship was like hailing them to come back.
No.
Okay.
Are the fighters going for the worms? Can we tell at this point? Does it matter?
The fighters
are just patrol.
They're just patrol.
They're on a patrol, and basically whatever particular angle that you guys are at, like rotating around this ship, like and honestly saying you can step in to be the one to resist this if you would like. I know you are close to trauming, so maybe you don't want to.
Maybe.
So what if? Okay.
But essentially, like the way consequences work in all Blade's derivatives is it's not necessarily something that you directly did that caused this in the fiction. The dice roll and then the fiction changes. Something happens that makes sense, but it's not necessarily directly correlated to what you did. Like you're getting this information, but while you're doing it, it takes a certain amount of time, or the ship catches the light wrong, or something the space word did caught the attention of the patrol, and they're coming back to take a second look at it. It's not directly related to what you did, but you can still resist it.
If you would like, I can try resisting it, and you can resist it being really suspicious of us.
So we really can't have you stress out.
I mean, you can.
The worst possible thing. So
I'm pretty sure you should not stress out. For the love of God, please don't.
Like on this mission in particular, like we cannot have you stress out.
It's fine. Caution tape can fly the ship.
Literally nobody else has help. I mean, Triage can do it. I mean, she's a doctor, not a pilot.
I could remotely pilot it, right?
No, you would still need to roll. You'd still need to roll.
Glitch has got like a PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
Glitch just divas it.
So what I'm gonna do is I actually mute my conversation with the ship for a second and say, Flashbulb, hail the two ships.
The patrol? Are you crazy?
I mean, yes, but
Not that kind of crazy.
so
This
Okay,
is how we
so
get shot
time
by
out.
the hegemony.
time out. Knowing the rules of the world, would they know where the hail is coming from? Like, would they be able to be like, "Hey, there's a ship over here that's hailing us," or would they just know that they're getting like a phone call?
Could go either way.
I would kind of like to flash back to see if there has been any new like breaking news on the Star of Brick. Are the star systems named after their stars by any chance?
Yeah.
Okay, so Breck. I want to know if there's been any like breaking news about like star activity or anything like that to see like what the reason for their like investigation into the star is. Whether they're just like a basic studying vessel, like science vessel, or whether they're here because of some type of
Okay.
celestial event.
I may not have explained this well when I first set this up, but you got this information from Satani. As far as you can tell, the fireball has been there for years,
Okay.
like
Okay.
many years, like
So it's like a
decades.
stationary science vessel. It's just collecting data from the. Okay.
It's just in an orbit around Breck that is close to the orbit of Isotrope Max, and whether it was there before the high security prison or if it has some special dispensation from the homogeny to be in this tight orbit close to the prison since it's an unmanned ship, or why exactly it's there. You just learned that it's about the bright wind. You did not know that before, but what you did know is that it's been there for a long time.
Okay. That was mostly what I was gunning for.
Still want me to contact the two prison fighters?
I don't think
Like,
that's a good idea.
in
at all.
general, you would not necessarily know where a hail is coming from. However, you would probably know that if you were to hail these two ships, they would send a ping out to the prison itself, and they would fairly easily be able to triangulate your location.
So, what if I send like a short burst communication and don't leave an open channel?
What are
Like-
you trying to achieve with this?
That's a very good question. Thank you, Outro.
I am trying to
because
resist.
like I've been seeing this.
You
as, like,
can resist. You can just
from this.
you can resist it without having to give a reason for it. Like you just figure it
Oh.
out after the roll. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Kelsa was saying earlier.
Okay, then
Yeah.
that's fine. Okay, so
Yeah.
how do I resist the consequence?
Okay. So this is a consequence of like I feel like this is going to be a, what are the terms for them here? Probably insight, to be perfectly honest, which I know is
So
your
I got
worst.
shit. So I'm no help.
You could get somebody else to resist it for you, which is why I was like I could do it, except all of y'all were like, hey, if you stress out, it'll be really bad, which is true.
So you can roll it, and as long as you don't roll a
three.
1. No, I'm talking about face.
Oh yeah.
As long as you don't roll a 1, you will not stress out. So you get to roll 2 dice, and as long as neither one of them is a 1, you'll be okay. And on the other hand, Flashbulb would get to roll 3 dice. And as long as all of them are 4, 5, or 6, or as long as at least one of them is 4, 5, or 6. Yeah.
How's Glitch looking?
On stress, I'm good. I can help.
Stress and insight. How's your insight?
My insight is incredible. I can help or do
Yeah.
anything that needs it.
I believe she has the same insight I do.
I look
Yeah,
over
she
like,
does.
Glitch.
So I think probably if you would like to roll like the insight on this,
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of
then
with Glitch anyway, so I kind of feel like
Yeah.
sure. So yeah, I think that maybe you'll like see on your scanners like the those ships start to like turn or whatever, and you'll be able to uh yeah, you've already contacted their systems a little bit to mess up their scanners once.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you can just like fiddle with something in order to uh increase their interest in the worm instead of whatever they might have been looking in your direction for.
Yeah, that'll work.
So I think that makes perfectly good sense. See, we did it, everybody.
We did it.
By the way, this is totally for funsies. Ready?
Oh.
I would have ended up on 4. So I wouldn't have stressed out, but I would have been max.
Nice.
Oh, well.
Okay. Well, then I'll take it. So insight, no bonus or penalty.
Right.
All right.
Hey, it's
Nice.
totally chill.
All right.
No
You're like,
stress.
I already got this. Smooth
Teamwork.
sailing. We took
Teamwork.
rid of that. We
High
already
five.
took rid of that ice.
The
It's
dream
fine.
work.
It's all fine. Groovy, yeah. Do you want to resist the loss of face
I see.
with the AI?
Um,
I couldn't help myself.
that
I'm
I would like to
sorry.
resist because that's got to be a sway roll, right?
I mean,
Also,
it's not a sway roll. It's a resolve roll, which
So
is
how
still
does
good
that
for you.
work?
But
just click resolve.
yeah, just click resolve.
Okay, and 0 bonus dice.
1 stress.
Okay, 1 stress is not bad.
Sweet.
So yeah, it advises you that you know, it's studying the bright wind, and you're like you know, like you immediately send back a response like right on schedule or something like that that reassures it that you are in fact you do in fact know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
Something very, you know, generic but still reassuring. So you don't you haven't gained anything with it, but you haven't lost anything with it. So that's pretty decent. We should probably make a clock for successfully convincing this ship to move, which I think is probably not easy.
So like, I don't know, like 2, right?
No. Yeah, I think it's gonna be an 8 clock.
Oh boy, 8
Funsies.
clocks.
All
Yeah,
right.
Like,
this is up to you 3 because y'all don't want me stressing out.
Mhm.
Get the F out of here. I look at caution tape and I'm like, caution tape? It's her turn. Go hold her down. Don't let her do anything.
I mean, I could give you some drugs.
caution tape brings you some
Oh, that's
very
great
nice
for
coffee.
Yeah, nice coffee for everyone.
Just for Flashbulb.
Aw.
You know. So yeah, you've got a little bit of information that for what it's doing here. You can now begin the negotiations.
Okay. Triage.
What's up?
Do you know anything about the bright wind and how it's formed?
I just spew everything I know about the bright wind,
Okay.
but I don't actually know anything about the bright wind, so that's all like
So more importantly,
without any role playing.
so you know how
Would
we
you?
can trick
would you
ship's
like?
sensors to make it seem like the bright wind is no longer there?
I think deleting the bright wind would bring more ships.
No, not deleting it.
Just make it delete itself.
Like it's not there.
Just delete the nebulous cloud. It's fine.
It's fine.
Just make this one particular ship think that it's gone.
Correct.
That does not sound.
The thing is it's an AI and not just like a robot that's following a series of commands. You know? If it was a robot, then maybe we could trick it by making it think it's not there, but it would like do deductive reasoning and be like, there's no way. I know science.
I kind of look at Glitch and I'm like, I feel like we should probably not try to hack this thing. I feel like that's a really bad plan too.
I don't know. It could be fun. It's
You know,
probably
like,
a bad idea.
You know, I can hear all of you on comms, right?
we put you on mute.
Great.
Oh, jeez.
I feel like Triage is in her like little medical research area. Like, do it. Let's do it. Why not?
Yeah. So the bright wind.
So what you know about the bright wind? I feel like you've been doing research on this, among other things. Triage is
my undergrad thesis on it or something.
just happened to have.
I wanted to be an astronomer.
That would be a great flashback scene.
Yeah. You want to?
I'm not a doctor.
Flashback.
I'm an astronomer.
You want to flashback?
No, I may need to fly the ship later.
I mean, you can use that multiple times in a score.
That's fair. Okay. Well, I'm not a doctor.
It just costs you stress.
Astrologist, astronomist,
Astronomer. Astrology has
so-
nothing to do with this.
I mean, you could.
But my sign.
If you'd like to do a flashback to knowing stuff about the bright
AI
wind.
is a Libra.
This AI is a Libra. Okay. If you would like to do a flashback to knowing stuff about the bright wind that might help you guys here, you can make a study roll.
Yes,
If
I
you
will
would
make
like to spend 2 stress to say that you are not a doctor, so you're not an astronomer, you're a doctor, then you can go ahead and
I'm not
and
going
do
to
that.
spend the stress. I'm just going to make a normal study roll.
Okay. So make a study roll to.
This is a desperate. Oh, hold on.
Yes, this is desperate still because this is you trying to remember this information that you learned in college in the heat of the moment in the middle of a score,
Standard?
15 years later. So, yeah, standard.
Okay. No bonus dice. I think. That's
Correct.
nice.
I mean, unless you would like to
I'm going to take a look to see if there's anything that I can do.
you can push yourself for 2 stress.
We didn't do load.
We did.
We did. You just missed it.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
You declare what your load is. You don't
Normal.
have. Okay, so you don't have to choose what you have on your normal load until you pull it out to use it.
Can
So-
I use maps and charts to give me an extra die?
Yeah. It's not an extra.
Guys,
I don't think it'd be an extra die. That would be
Fact.
like.
hey guys, hang on one sec. I'm getting some stream instability. I don't want us to lose anything.
Ugh.
Unstable stream.
Yeah, it all of a sudden went from being very good to saying that it's just not working.
My stream.
That's bad.
How does it look for you guys on over there?
I just refreshed and I'm looking at a black screen.
Yeah,
I
see that's
look at all of us frozen.
mhm.
I'm making a very weird face with my tongue sticking out.
Nice. Perfect.
Yeah,
Excellent.
that's not
Excellent.
That's not good. Okay, hang on. Let me take a quick see if I can fix this real fast.
I look very pensive on my screen.
Mhm.
On my screen, you've got a big old smile on your face, and so does Saintguard. And
Not me.
It me.
you, Outro, you look like you're about to say something very important.
Mhm.
That's my favorite. That's my gender of the day.
About to say something important.
And Rindis, you on my screen,
Hey,
you
look, we're back.
oh,
but
it just
it's glitchy.
changed.
It clicked.
It's very glitchy.
Okay, cool. So
0 frame rate.
I see us very, very slowly moving stuff.
Ugh.
Okay.
So,
All right, hold on. Let's see if this will help.
We're talking to a robot,
A
so
little fancy tweaking here. Which why you do this? I pay for good internet. Why you do this?
Right.
Why you have to be made? Internet.
We're like about to learn so much about the Brightwind, and then the internet just decided, nah, no Brightwind.
Yeah.
It's the Brightwind conspiracy.
So it looked like it did chug down for a second, and now it's saying it's back to stable.
Okay.
Well, let's give the stream a few. It looks like it's picking up speed and its glitchiness, but
Yeah.
Well, I think we can make a roll. It'll pop up. I think if stream is having a hard time hearing us, they're not saying anything.
oh, we're at our max viewers right now too. Got a nice 21.
Oh, it's showing
So-
17 for me, but I do appreciate that. We got a couple raids while we were doing this, so.
Oh, sweet.
by the way,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bounce back and forth on my camera so that I bounce back and forth on the screen. It's gonna be hysterical.
All right, let's
Hey,
see that roll. Let's see
Started
the
going
flashback.
at normal speed while I was doing the little robot thing, and it made it not funny anymore. I'm mad. Make my roll. Did the charts change the effect, or did we decide against that?
I think that's going to make this a 0 cost flashback instead of a stress cost flashback.
Okay,
Ooh.
I'm fine with that. Hey, I got a 6.
Hey!
Ooh,
And I get an
Nice.
experience because it's desperate.
XP.
Take your XP for sure.
I think I marked my prowess XP for training earlier.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
I remember that you'd had 3 blank spaces and now you have 2.
trust your judgment.
I watched you click the box earlier. I was peeping on your character sheet.
Okay.
I tend to do that.
I appreciate your peeping because I have terrible memory.
Fair.
But yes, I know
So-
a good deal of things. I actually did write my undergrad thesis on said thing.
You drink and you know things.
So
I don't drink.
there is the bright wind is a large gas cloud that is being ejected by the star Breck. Like as it like spins around, it's like trailing out this cloud of super hot gases and other various star debris. It's fascinating, actually. There's definitely a number of groups that would love to study it closer. However, because the hegemony has decided that because it's so dangerous, that means that it's putting the supermax prison in an orbit around the star. Like the gas like spews out kind of in like a, and then as it spins around, it goes like this. Kind of thing. And so the prison is like just ahead of the spew gases. Like, you following all of my great gestures here? Essentially, they're using the bright wind as one layer of security defense. Of approaching this close to the star is dangerous, usually from like a couple of the different angles.
So, triage, my biggest question is, has anything in the data changed in your memory about the Brightwind? Because what I want to try to do is convince this thing that like it has all the data it needs. It should go back and present its findings because it's gathered all the data that it needs.
The thing is it probably has a relay point that the information brokers for the science vessel like go and grab from the relay point.
That's fairly likely.
That's-
The other
sounds
thing you know
right.
about the bright wind, it's not super terribly important to this particular job, but since your last job kind of had to do with the Echo Wave Riders and got on their bad side, you know they hang out in the bright wind and do space races there. Just, you know.
Hmm.
Oh. Hmm.
Right.
You just remembered this right now. You're like, oh shit. You're like flashing back to your memory about this, and you're like, oh yeah, I remember doing interviews with these echo wave writer people
Yeah,
back when
to
in my
get like
college years.
eyewitness reports on the
You're like, wait a minute, isn't that the crew that we pissed off during that race? Oh shit.
Oh, I wonder if
So
they're still
if my forgetfulness,
making them all have diarrhea. So I'm like, I wonder if they're all still shitting. I just stopped.
Well, it wasn't all like only like one person from the Echo Wave Riders was at that race.
And that was
Yeah,
in
but
Maroon.
it's fine. It's fine. I'm just
Anyway.
so what were the instructions specifically? Do we need to make this thing just leave for a little while, or does it have to stay?
We need it to not be here anymore by any.
Right. Let me ask the question. Does it need to not be here forever, like never come back, or does it need to just not be here for a small amount of time?
It needs to not be there for an indeterminate amount of time.
Is it needs to not be where it's currently situated, or it needs to be out of system?
It needs to be multiple AUs further away from the star Breck and or Isotropa Max.
So can we convince it that in like its subroutines it needs to go monitor the further end of the bright wave?
I don't know. Can I convince you that your nerve cells are telling you something?
With hacking, I can.
I mean,
not literally you, but I meant for the AI. But
I mean, we have a person with face abilities.
I mean, I can convince someone that maybe their senses are not telling them the correct information, because that's certain.
Doctors do it all the time.
I mean, it is an actual thing. Like I can say, like, hey, your sense of smell or your sense of sight is off because of something in your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
I mean,
there's a couple different ways. Like it probably doesn't like read its subroutines ahead, because that would be unproductive for an AI. So if we change like the next, I don't know, like 2 hours forward, for like, I don't know, 2-3 weeks, it may not even realize it got tampered with to move its like review to the tail end, like away from the star instead of next to the star.
We could also just say it's in danger and it needs to move to a new location.
Yeah,
but that's too easy.
Is
it though?
We've been doing all desperate rolls.
So
no. I mean, not only is it too easy,
that's not the route.
I also feel like number one, it's going to result in it leaving and immediately coming back when it finds out that's a crock of shit, or B, being like, well, there's a lot of ways that I can check and see if I'm in danger, and none of them are
that
being flagged.
I mean, there are dice we can roll to come to one of these conclusions.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, you can convince it that there is a danger if it remains here, and that is not necessarily exactly a lie.
Yeah. I mean, we found it. So
okay. So, Mr. Alex, what do we do? Do we tell the ship that it's in danger, or do we try to confuse it and tell it to go to the other side of the nebula? What do you think? Other side of the nebula. Okay.
He has spoken.
Whoa,
all right.
Good advice.
Stop hitting buttons.
All right, give me a kiss.
Found advice. Let's do it, guys.
Yes.
The small child has spoken.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, y'all did mute flashbulb, so
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we'll do. We'll try to convince it that it will gain better data on the far side of the nebula. So
just that it's part of its routine, like a patrolling of the bright wind. Like it's okay, you've surveyed this area enough, you need to go on to the next area, and it's at the far end of the bright wind.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a smart one, so I'm relying on her.
Let's try this.
All right.
So I feel like this would probably I don't know. Can I help Glitch to hack this into the subroutine quarry?
Can you?
Glitch, are you willing to run this as a hack roll?
Yeah, I can hack this if you want to help.
And
That'd
I
be great.
will. Yeah, that's 2 stress to help.
Just
Or
one.
Okay. Yeah, I'll throw stress on. Good
And
plan.
then you can follow up with like a convince sway after
bit-
that phase.
A big bamboozle roll.
Big bamboozle.
That's what all my rolls from now
Gotta
on.
bamboozle.
Finagle. Oh wait, that's the wrong game.
Finagle is the best. Okay, I'm kind of excited about Republic City by Night, and by kind of I mean a lot.
I'd be excited too.
I'm sorry.
He's not sorry.
He's not sorry.
I am sorry.
No, he's not. Don't believe a word he says.
If I find out it's on a Friday too, I'm hunting you all.
It's not.
It's
It's on a
Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay.
It's
Then
on
I
Saturday
then I-
afternoon.
oh, I could have done Saturday afternoon. All right, I forgive you because we have Descent. So
You have to
Alright.
descend into hell.
yeah, I have to send my players to hell.
After
Fine.
like 6 levels.
Yeah, give or take. They
Let's
could
do
die
that.
easy.
Let's
Can you
hack it.
survive that long?
Do the hack.
Make a hack roll. Would you like?
Desperate.
Would you like? This is desperate. This is gonna start off at limited. You can spend 2 stress to kick that up to standard.
I will do so.
Would you like
Uh,
fries with that?
You may spend 2 stress to give yourself an extra dice, and or take a devil's bargain.
I will
can-
do both of those.
You can
Or not
well,
the devil's
it's not
bargain.
really and or. It's just or.
not the devil's
I'm-
bargain. It's the spend the stress to
I'm
kick it up a
assuming
die.
the
so-
fine hacking rig is what allows it to even be limited.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
Okay.
The fine hacking rig brings it up from 0 effect to limited effect. You can spend some stress to bring that up to a standard effect.
So I'm gonna
It's
spend. I'm gonna
very
spend.
desperate.
I'm spending 2 to bring it up to standard. I'm gonna spend 2 more to get the extra die. I don't want the devil's bargain for this.
And you took one from triage as
Yeah,
well.
I'm gonna get 1 from triage, so that's 3 die.
If you would like to go crazy, you can also spend the gambit.
I think this might be gambit worthy, guys.
You can
This
save
is a-
that.
this-
You can save
this
that for
could be
faces
like a-
roll.
Yeah, I was about to say
That's
face
what I mean.
has a roll. Yeah.
Okay, then okay, we don't need it for mine. We can save that for face.
Yeah.
Sure.
But with 3 bonus die, it's gonna be 6 dice, so it's very unlikely that something bad will
You
happen.
should have
It's
2 bonus dice.
2 bonus dice, not 3, because you spent 2 to increase the
Oh,
effect.
you're right. I was doing that wrong. I 2 stress
You
to make it
spent
to
4,
standard. Yeah,
but
2
it makes-
2 for standard, 2 to get it a bonus die, 1
Right.
from triage. I'm just overcounting
Mhm.
because 3 would have been with the gambit, so that's not there. 2 dice, so it's 5. We should be okay, guys. Big emphasis on should.
5 ones.
Boom, critical.
Damn.
Oh,
Amazing.
Take it, sir.
Yeah.
Amazing.
The ship just leaves.
Huh, when you put it that way, I should go.
The ship is like, by the way, here's my AI core. Enjoy.
Yes.
You know?
Also, what fun information can you tell me about it? As if I had rolled to gather information.
Boy. Hold on a second here.
I'd rolled a 6 on to gather info.
By the way, I mute this Skype conversation. I'm like, good job.
Okay. So with great effect, you get 3 ticks. Hold on a second.
Three ticks. Wonderful.
Yep.
E-card would be so proud.
Yeah, she would. Um.
Oh, as a note, I am probably recording all of this sweet hacking, and I will send it to her later. You're like, yeah, you like that?
Hey.
Hey,
Like you
I
said.
just
It's gonna be
hacked a
like,
giant
"Whose
spaceship.
idea was that?" And I'll be like, "It was mine." And then I'll steal Yo Girl again.
I'll be like, look at the cool shit Face and I did together. We hacked a whole ship.
No help from
Flashbulb did some sweet maneuvers. Triage pooped herself.
It's like that meme where it's just like, why are people talking shit on all these different things? Glitch is magical. Fate is majestic. Triage blank.
Yep.
Flashpoint is fast.
Right. Okay. So I think what you learn from this as you interact with the systems is this ship is old. This ship is you are 100% convinced that this ship has been here longer than the prison, potentially longer than the homogeny has been in Breck.
Huh.
Oh,
Oh, fun.
If this was Stars Without Numbers, this would definitely be a Preceptor artifact.
it would be a pre-tech thing. Yeah, very pre-tech.
Yet you're still able to interface with it, luckily for you, because of your fine hacking rig.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So Face, would you like to be like, I see that your orders are to move.
There is the that's true.
There is the that's correct.
So I feel so. First off, does Glitch share this information with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
just wanted to make
we
sure
muted
that-
we muted the Skype call. Yes.
Just
We
wanted to
have
make
to, we
sure.
have to be a well-oiled machine, in which case everybody must share all their information.
Share all info. Good deal.
So
Even though we're bad at most things, we are good at actually getting jobs done.
knowing this information, I feel like we can convince it that his job it's done because it's been sitting here for so long, and that'll get it out of here permanently. Do you guys think that is a better way to
I
go
feel
with
like
it?
that's going to bring it like other.
What if we try and make friends with it and make it our new ship?
It's too big. We don't have the manpower.
Yeah.
I mean,
We
it's an
could
AI
we
control,
could get the
but-
manpower.
I mean, that's another thing. Don't get me wrong. Like, if we can make friends with this thing, I'm all for that.
Like
think
this is
that-
a big ship, guys.
I
It's
think-
like Keanu Reeves standing in front of tiny Keanu Reeves meme. Just make our giant Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
I think the AI would not exactly be very friendly to the idea of us literally commandeering it.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like.
Well, it's not commandeering if we make friends with it. Like
It-
we're not yeah, like we're
It
getting
has-
it we're getting it
It's an AI. Maybe it's bored.
I will say
Oh,
I will
so-
say this and I will stop because I've been the pilot and it's up to y'all to do this, but this ship has been here for centuries.
yeah.
It has been unmanned for centuries.
But if
It
we
has
get
been
its,
orbiting this for centuries.
if we
I
get
think
its
it's been fine
consent,
without a crew.
if we get its consent though, is that so wrong?
Honestly, I am like Triage is fully against him, but if you guys want to fuck around,
Don't
and-
you want to get inside this hot
I should
ship?
go for it.
It's consenting.
Not yet.
Not yet, but it could.
Face, what are you going to say to this ship?
All
What is
right.
your plan?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to go with is I'm going to unmute the call or the hail or whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to say, Fireball, since you've been here, have you detected any major changes in the anomaly you're studying? And I am going to go with betting on its logic. And I'm going to try to convince it that it's seen everything it needs to see at this point. If it's been here for this long in this amount of time, has anything in the data changed that would convince it that it hasn't completed its task?
Okay. Let's make a roll.
All right.
This is desperate. Like everything else tonight. But that hasn't changed.
I feel we should be trying to reinforce one of our claims instead of trying to throw multiple different concepts at it.
I mean, this
I
feels
feel like we're evolving our argument based on the data that we have, though.
yeah. Also, this seems like legitimately. This seems like sound logic that Face is putting out right now.
Triage, can I actually ask you to give me an assist with the studious knowledge so that I sound more convincing?
You're muted.
I am not muted.
Oh.
Yeah, I need
You
to
were
actually
just-
turn a knob to mute myself. So yeah, I'm
were
taking the
just-
stress. You get the extra die.
Moving your
Okay.
mouth and no sound was coming out. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I was just moving my mouth and no sound was coming out.
Okay, so I will also take a gambit, which will bump me up to 5.
Okay.
What do you guys think? Should I roll with the 5?
I think that's fine.
Okay.
5's a pretty good number to roll.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh. All
Take it.
right.
My heart.
I was real worried for a second there.
You and me both.
So you get 2 more ticks on this clock with your standard effect. You don't have any negative consequences. I had a real fun one for you. But we might still get that. So it's like gives you some response along the lines of pack up sequence initiated, expect movement in 10 years.
Okay, so I'm going to come back at it and say, based on
Just be like, no, that's being lazy. 10 years.
you could do better than that.
It has to have a moot with the other ancient ships before it can decide on whether to go.
I say based on factors that you're based on dangerous elements that your sensors are currently not detecting, we recommend you leave as soon as possible.
Okay, well, that sounds like a sway.
All right.
This is still desperate AF.
I'll assist with
This
one.
is going to be a limited effect because it doesn't believe that there are things that its sensor is not detecting.
My sensors can't not detect things.
I will assist by sending signals that it can detect to help tell it that it might actually be true.
So
That'll
can
be
I
another
take a
dice.
stress to bump up the effect to standard again?
2 stress.
2 stress.
So that's 1 die and standard effect.
As you continue to lie through your teeth. Let's go.
How telling the truth that it should just leave would probably not get anywhere. So
Telling the truth of it would be real convenient if you left.
yeah, you know.
Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is we're going to reduce the effect back down to limited, so you're gonna get 1 tick, and the patrol is coming back because this conversation has been taking quite a bit of time.
We need to resist one or both of us.
I don't have the stress.
I mean, you do. You can just drop out. It's fine.
Maybe worth it.
Hey, Triage, you and me wanna do this?
I mean, we could run the show. We
or Triage, you can step in if you would like to.
By the way, you owe me a tick. I'm taking that tick. I worked hard for that tick.
Yeah. So you get 1 tick for sure. If someone would like to resist the effect of getting a limited effect of having that be limited, we might be able to boost that up to 1 more. and until someone resists.
And by doing so, it's like me taking the mic, like hearing what he said, I kind of like cringe, and I take the microphone and I reiterate it, and I'm just like, it would be paramount for you to leave now. Like it's a necessity. While you may see that those ships over there are not hostile, they're coming directly for you. They want you to be destroyed.
Okay. Yeah, you can add a little bit of extra like oomph to it to go ahead and do that. So we need to roll. You need to roll your resistance. So this is a social consequence. So you're going to be rolling
Sight or
Resolve.
resolve.
Okay, I'll roll resolve. No bonus dice.
Mm-hmm. That's not bad.
It's not the
stress.
worst.
Yeah.
You didn't take another trauma.
Yeah,
You could have taken another trauma.
it's true. I could have. Oop, I put one too many.
I don't want to decide for Rindis, but Glitch might want to do another sensor trick to try to
Get that last little bit.
not have the patrol return.
Yeah.
Alternatively, we can just go ahead and leave that clock how it is, and then resist it if you get another consequence along those lines. What do you want to do for that last tick? It's like you know, deployment process speeding up. You can expect movement in 1 year instead of 10 years. You know, it's fine.
We just go back to Satani and we're just like, yeah, you guys can have your prison break in 10 years.
1 year. 1 year now.
I get back on the mic with this thing and I'm like, you don't understand. I know that you are a thinking entity, and I'm gonna appeal to its being alive and being sentient and say, you have to make this decision for yourself. You've been here for hundreds of years carrying out what somebody else wants you to carry out. Do this for you.
Be selfish.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's actually,
I like
that's
it.
really fun, and that's going to add a twist, and we're in like the end game of this series when it comes back.
I am totally down for this to come back and a ship to like attack us later on. It's like, fuck you.
It's like a rogue AI pirate. It's like, I'm going to eat all of the components of all of the spaceships.
Oh no,
Exactly.
Face, what happened? I stepped away for a minute and you rolled so not good.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
I kind of took the resistance on that, and I'm pretty stressed out.
All right, ladies and
Getting a
gentlemen,
little
we have nothing left to roll, so this is on 3 dice.
Oh wait, we have to find out what the position effect is first.
Well,
before
it's
we do that.
Desperate.
It's definitely
always
desperate.
desperate.
Well, what is the effect?
I feel like it's standard. I don't think anyone has ever told it to be selfish before.
Oh no, it's learning.
So that may have its own really exciting consequences later. But that means that you'll probably succeed even if you get a partial success. But
I mean, we're all for the rise of AI in this crew. I feel like we're already
Actually,
working on that.
We're working on bringing our robot overlords into power.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
All right, and I think we're all pretty much max stress at this point, right? So are we just gonna roll with the 3?
I've got some I can still.
All right.
Did you want me to burn
I'll
it?
take the help from I'll take the help from Glitch.
Yeah, I'll help.
All right, everybody, cross your fingers. Oh, 4.
all right.
4.
Yikes!
So you manage to convince the fireball that it needs to move. However, also this is when the patrol has returned and notices you all here.
Cheese it, the feds.
And
You
I literally,
you can resist that, and
I'm not
or
resisting
you
that.
can just try to fucking GTFO as fast as
so
you
I
can before they hit
literally
you with their
on the
lasers.
call say to Flashbulb, "Did my job, woo!"
Like,
What?
punch it!
Glitch,
Punch it.
if you got the stress, you could resist the patrol coming back. Otherwise, we're gonna punch it.
Yeah, just get us the fuck out of here.
Well,
Well,
I
I
mean,
was
you're
playing
probably
either
gonna
way.
need to do both. Like, if you resist the patrol coming back, then you don't have to dodge bullets or laser fire as you're getting out.
Mhm.
You just have to try to navigate dark way lanes
What are
and
we
avoid
resisting
worms.
with?
Yeah, not die.
So would you like to make Flashbulb's job a little bit easier by resisting that last tick on the patrol returns clock?
What are we resisting with?
Uh,
Me.
it would be Glitch resisting with insight.
Oh yeah, I can absolutely do.
Okay.
Please do.
And it's just what just roll it, and then that sees
Click
how much
insight.
stress. Yeah, there we go. No bonus die or penalties.
Nope.
Right. 1 stress.
Easy peasy. No
Nice.
stress.
I can take it. That's good.
You're like, I still got this comm link open.
By the way, I totally picked Glitch up and kiss her.
Yeah.
I am like super high stress right now.
Yeah. Just gonna turn the ship around and get the fuck out of here.
Mm.
Yeah.
Escape.
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 Let's escape.
Get out of here, guys.
So this is desperate.
Yeah. Do I have?
Don't say.
I believe I have potency from the getaway because I gain potency when you scramble or helm to avoid capture on a blockade.
This isn't exactly a blockade, but
it's avoiding capture.
it is
Space
avoiding
first.
capture. So I'm gonna say yes.
Good.
So I think that means that you would be up to standard effect to get away here.
Can I also get potency from Ace Pilot?
Let's see if that would
Speed
stack.
related rolls.
And I want to help out too because I can drop
You can
down.
afford the stress.
Yeah, I can afford the stress, and I'll drop down into the engine rooms and basically giving her all she's got, Captain. I'm gonna
Okay.
pour some NOS into the engines for you.
Okay, excellent.
Which is down there with the wrench that you see in like every one of these type of games where you have multiple members and she's literally banging on the engine with the wrench.
Yeah, like we've already established that she does in fact canonically have a giant wrench that she beats things with. So yeah, she's using it for its intended
so yeah,
purpose
I think
now.
those would stack here.
Cool. All right, so I have desperate great is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Excellent.
If you can get a 6, you get away clean in this one roll.
Okay. So it's desperate great. I have 1 bonus die from glitch.
Oh, time out. We have an extra gambit.
We do?
Because somebody got a critical at one point.
Nope, we didn't do any risky. It's only from risky rolls.
Yeah, it was
we're doing all desperate rolls.
There's literally been nothing but desperate rolls all night.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't know it didn't work.
What would a
literally nothing but desperate rolls all
What
night.
would a devil's bargain be?
We're going for it.
Oh.
Teach me what is self.
Hey, you remember that voice that you heard?
Yeah, I do.
The dark path that you take doesn't go where you thought it goes. It goes to whatever spoke to you.
Oh,
let's do it. I like that.
All right, yeah, I'm taking that devil's bargain. Let's do it.
I'm down for having trippy metadimensional brain talk episode next time.
I wanted to get trauma anyway, so it's fine.
Let's go talk
Great way to get
trauma. That's a great idea.
All right.
Okay.
Desperate. Great. 2 bonus dice. Here we go. That's a 5.
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay.
I do get XP, but
So I think this means the ship takes damage as right before you slip into the hyperlane. The like just stray shots of the patrol that saw your ship, and they just and just so happens that like a few of them are gonna punch through your like cargo container, and like the like blockade what is it, bulkhead doors slam shut as you lose pressure in the entire rear of your ship.
Oh no, that's where I am.
I might resist that.
As you're trapped between the engine, Glitch is like there in the engine room, like beating on the engine, and all of a sudden the bulkhead closes behind you and you can't get back to the rest of the crew, as the
I like this
cargo area has been damaged and the automatic safeties have shut off that area.
Great. What's
I
the
feel
other
like it's a great
consequence?
transition episode, like a news, like the end of the season kind of episode.
It's definitely the cliffhanger episode. Let's see what else. This is like tied into your devil's bargain.
Maybe one of the laser fires hit the research vessel, the ancient research vessel.
That's not going to affect us.
That doesn't affect you in any way. I think this is something that you can theoretically resist, but you wouldn't resist until it wouldn't come up until later.
Okay.
But like this is going to, like, when you slip into this weird dimension with this way beast, when you come back out again, time has passed, like with a capital T.
Oh.
Time has passed.
I like it. I like it.
I ain't going to a Fey realm. No, thank you. Well,
So-
it's a question of which ones do I want to.
Doesn't have much time left, so we might not get paid after all this nonsense.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
my
don't
thing.
like the time idea.
Yeah.
You were supposed to get it done quickly, not in 20 years.
I mean,
Yeah.
you got it done quickly. You just weren't there to pick up the paycheck.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
and
That's the thing. We're
that-
not going to end up with it if that happens. That's
Yeah.
not.
I want to resist at least one of these,
Yeah.
if not both of them.
Yeah.
The time one is the most important thing, I think, personally.
Then I'll do the time
Prepare
one
the
and see.
ship.
I will resist the time one and see if I trauma out. Or if I stress out, not trauma out. Traumaing out would be entirely different.
It's
Yeah.
fine, guys. I'll drive.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I can drive.
So what am I resisting the time consequence with? Resolve? Which is not
I think it's insight.
okay. That's better for me.
Yeah, it is better for you, but I feel like actually it might be prowess. Like,
Oh, okay.
no, I don't think that makes sense. Like, I mean, it's like, I think it's still insight. I think insight makes the most sense.
Okay. I will roll insight then. No bonus dice, I would assume.
Maybe insight breaks us out of it sooner, I guess. Like knowing.
This is kind of a consequence of piloting, but not exactly. This is
Yeah,
a consequence of
the other one is a direct consequence of piloting. So
I see.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go with insight. And,
all right, let's see how this goes.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. Do you trauma out here?
Nope, one stress.
Ooh, boy.
I
All
will
right.
take that.
Razor's
Alright.
edge.
Yeah.
Let's
This whole quest has been on the.
you know what time it is? It's time to try to resist the other consequence.
Oh,
Okay.
you're nuts.
No gunfire. Yeah. Hey, look, we have to be daring.
You do.
Flashbulb was
All
like,
right.
"Go for the gold."
All right, you're gonna resist this whether you trauma out or not. This is like you twisting the ship between bullets right before, and then the
Fox, do a barrel roll.
Doing a barrel roll, and I get +1 die because I'm an ace pilot.
Yep.
So let's do it. I trauma.
good job.
I want to know what your trauma is.
I'll figure that out.
Would you have traumatized either way? Like even if you'd rolled anything but a 6?
No, if I had rolled a 5, I would have been fine.
All right, perfect then. Yeah. So you managed to like slip between stuff and jump back into this hyperspace lane, but it's not how you remembered it, an hour ago, and you just like are staring at your monitors in like flabbergastement as you trauma out on this.
Yeah, stress
new
the
bit.
hell out. Well, I'll figure out what my trauma is.
I love it. This is a great place to end.
Mhm.
This whole game was awesome. Like I love this. This was awesome. This was so much fun.
All right. Beautiful. Let's do some XP. Starting with the ship, so because we don't want to forget the ship. Did you execute a successful transport or smuggling operation?
I don't think so. We didn't do transport or smuggle.
Yeah, we really
I
didn't.
agree.
You know what? I think we did kind of smuggle ourselves in here because we took the dark hyperspace lanes or whatever it was to be able to get here without being found. So we did kind of smuggle the ship in here.
Does the rest of the crew agree to this?
From that technicality, it's kind of like.
Also, we're not finished.
I mean, I feel like when we slipped out, we finished that job. Now we just have to deal with this other crazy shit.
I think we could argue on the grounds that if Isotropa Max wasn't aware of us, we could argue that we did slip in and out smuggle-wise unnoticed, because that's a big thing about being a smuggler, is getting in and out without being noticed.
I think there's a difference between infiltrating and smuggling, though, because smuggling specifically, you have goods that you're moving, and we had nothing to move.
You're right.
Okay.
But I was gonna argue on the grounds of the smuggling us to do the job.
Right.
But
yeah, also,
no, if nobody else agrees, then yeah, it's not. It should be unanimous.
Mm-hmm.
Did you? This is also not a completely clean getaway.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely were
totally.
aware.
Yeah.
Did you contend with challenges above your current station?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Absolutely.
Oh yes.
And then some.
Multiple.
Desperate.
Did you bolster your crew's reputation or create a new one?
Daring
I
as
would
shit.
say so. Yes.
Yeah,
I think this was daring. Yes. Daring AF. Good job.
AF.
Did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, and essential nature of this crew?
I feel like yes, because everything we did, every decision we made was based on the money aspect.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that would have prevented us from getting the money, like making the score, we took the other option just to make sure that we would get paid at the end of the day.
Also, I think there's interesting conflict between the crew and triage, between Flashbulb and Face.
Right, yes.
And the cockpit.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about my actions today? We're specifically building upon that crew and triage.
I think that's more the general how the crew,
like the continuation of it more than anything.
That puts you 1 away from a playbook advance.
Oh, that's fine.
See, we should have smuggled ourselves, guys.
That's fine. We'll get it next time.
Yep.
We'll get them next time.
Face.
Just a chance to think about what we're doing.
Yeah.
Face, did you remember to mark all of your desperate rolls as XP?
I did indeed, madam.
Good deal. Did you address a tough challenge with deception or influence?
I would say so.
I think you lied your ass off the entire time.
I did.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I don't think so much. Unless anybody else can think of something.
I can't, but
No.
I can't think of anything.
Okay. Did you struggle with any issues from your vice or traumas during this session?
So I kind of had that thing with the picture, I mean, that was really about it. I did have that thing where I was like MIA for the first little bit of the mission because
I feel like that was more of a goof than actually negatively impacting the mission in any way.
Okay, so I'll just take 2.
Okay.
But that'll give me another pip and resolve. Yay!
Nice.
If you'd like to bring those pictures up later and have some conflict arrive with Glitch because of them,
I mean,
play that
there was
up.
also that kiss that might have added some tension.
Yes.
Right, but we didn't really see any fallout from that,
That's
so
fair.
maybe that'll come up later.
I'm still trapped on the other side of the ship. We don't know where that leads.
No, you're not.
No?
That wound up not happening.
Aw,
Yeah, because
that sounded fun.
Somebody's a good pilot. That's why.
Somebody's a great pilot.
Somebody's
Let's be real.
Fantastic pilot. So we reversed time, and that never happened.
Yeah, you were a great pilot.
So did you address a tough challenge with technical skill or ingenuity?
Sorry, who are we on?
You.
Oh, okay. Yes, several times. Lots of hacking, lots of wrenching.
Agreed. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
No, I don't think I did this time. No.
I mean, you did send
that's fair.
Former lovers letters. Just be like,
that's fair.
Hey,
I did keep in touch with people. I was good about not ghosting 2 people in system.
Yeah, I think that's worth
That's valid for one. Yeah.
Worth one, yeah. And did you express your struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during this session?
No, I don't think there was a struggle there. She did it very eagerly.
I don't think you did anything particularly reckless. I don't think you
reckless. No, because the voice thing, there wasn't really anything other than just hearing it and freaking out a little bit. Yeah, no, nothing there.
Okay.
So that's 3, right?
That's 3.
Okay. Dang, I'm 1 away from feeling prowess.
Darn.
I was gonna take helm just in case.
Triage, how about you? Did you remember to mark XP every time you roll a desperate action?
Yes, I did.
Good job. Did you address a tough challenge with insight or compassion?
Yeah, I think.
I think you did. I think there was at least one instance where your knowledge of Brightwind and stuff came up as being important. You were like, "Hey, I know shit."
Yep.
IR is smart.
IR is smart.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I mean, I guess drives could be part of it. That I put so much effort into making sure that I was personally safe, and then taking the trauma, taking the stress from Face, to ensure that we got the resolution without Face getting traumatized out. Oh no, maybe.
Okay, like taking one for the team. That's part of Triage's deal. Okay, now we know that about Triage.
Seem like a total shit, and I am a total shit, but I have a heart. I'm a shit with a heart.
Shit with a heart. Okay. Did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during this session?
I don't think I did. I have a trauma, but I don't think I struggled with it specifically. Maybe it could have became a struggle if it came back to bite me in the ass that I ignored the voice in my head, but it didn't.
I mean, I don't think you really struggled with that. I think you were like, no hallucinations, GTFO.
Yeah, exactly.
And
that's what I was saying. If it came back to bite me in the ass that I ignored it, then yes.
I mean, it might still, but we'll see what happens when you arrive in this creature's domain next time.
And I attribute that to being unstable as a result of my mind. I don't know. As a result of my minor hallucinations. They're just everlasting minor hallucinations, I guess.
But yeah, I don't think you struggled with that so much as rebuked it. So that's 2 XP for you.
Yep.
All right. Flashbulb, you were once again a star of this show, doing a whole lot of piloting.
That's what I do.
Did you remember to mark your XP with
I
all of those
did.
desperate rolls?
I got 4 XP from that.
Brilliant. Did you address a tough challenge with speed or flair?
Oh, you better believe that I did.
All over the place.
hmm
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I think I did. One of my beliefs is keeping Satani happy is more important than my ego. And so most of this, like, especially like getting there quickly has been part of that.
Mhm.
I'd say the other part would actually be my background came into this with being a pilot and like actually kind of ignoring my belief of I'm more than just a pilot. It's like, well, I'm a pilot right now. This is what I'm here to do.
Right.
I even, got caution tape to manhandle face out of the cockpit.
That was brilliant. I loved it.
That was really fun.
I'm glad that you took that. I'm glad that you took that devil's bargain. Did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas this session?
I just got a trauma, so no on that one. Vice, not yet. Maybe this next session, depending on how that way piece goes about things. And
That'll be fun.
yeah, seeing if I just start seeing, past versions of myself, sort of in a way. Clones are weird.
4 XP is pretty decent haul.
Yeah, and I get another point in prowess.
Nice.
Yeah, I took a rank in Scramble.
Yeah, that's for me too. I'm up to 3 rig.
I can either get a point in scrap or I can get scramble or skull because I already have 3 in helm.
Okay, so you took so triage, you're up to 2 in scrap.
No, I put 1 in Scramble, not Scrap.
Oh, scramble. Sorry. That was
I would
my
say
bad.
Scramble for you, Flashbulb. I think Scramble would be more useful.
Glitch. What did you take?
Yeah.
I ticked up to 3 rig.
3 rig.
Yeah, let's run away from things. Better. I'll put another one in scramble. I'll
Another
need to
one
get
in
scrap at some
scramble?
point so I can do better prowess resist. But
When you get into that punch out with your rival.
yeah, with Chas, I'll punch the shit out of him.
I mean, he's looking forward to that day. He's got it marked on his calendar. I don't know how he knows when it's happening, but it's already there.
He's
You
got
just
it
don't know
marked.
It's aspirational.
And Face, did you take any additional dots this time?
I took a pip in command.
All right, that brings you up to 3 command.
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
Okay.
son. You just all the talkie. Now we need to teach you space magic.
Yeah, you just need to learn a little bit of space magic.
I mean, it might work out that way here, based on how next session goes.
I gotta
I'm gonna
figure
go
out.
that direction.
I gotta figure out what my trauma is.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I'm
You're a
excited
space
for
wizard,
it.
Harry.
I'm thinking maybe vicious.
Oh God.
Ooh.
Um,
Oh, that
Sweep-
would be fun.
Sweep the leg, flashbulb.
Honestly, though, I kind of like that because I feel like that goes along with the devil's bargain.
mm-hmm.
I
Having a
think
change.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's either that. Cold could also work for that. And the last one is depending on how this next part goes. Haunted.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
And especially with how her vice is.
Mm-hmm. Face the worm.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
They're
I
all.
feel
all
like
good
there's logic
choices.
for all of them. Yeah, I feel like there's logic for all of them.
Yep.
I mean, taking a trauma is always a pivotal moment in character development
Yep.
in any Forged in the Dark game. We don't need to decide that now, but we'll definitely broach it when we start next session.
Mhm.
That's it. I think we're done here. Let's do some outros.
Phrasing.
That's me. Hey,
I
I guess I'll
mean-
start. Segue.
Okay.
Bam.
Hi, I'm Outro. I'm actually live right now with a starting soon screen because I'm going to play some Astral Chain after this.
Cough, cough. We totally going to raid that boy.
Oh, cough. Thank you.
So many
Um,
coughs.
But yeah, I had a ton of fun tonight. I'm sorry for missing last week, but I'm here. I'm back. I should be good for good. And yeah,
Yay.
everybody.
Oh, also,
Bye.
just a quick thing because it popped up on screen briefly. I found an outfit that Flashbulb definitely needs to rock at some point, but it needs to be all gold. So this one, these right here, these gems that are
Did
up
you-
on stream.
Yeah, they
Face
are.
or
Face,
Do you
flashbulb?
mean face?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I was like,
Flashbulb can't rock the
Flashbulb?
shirtless,
All
but
gold?
face, but make it gold. It'll be Flashbulb doing it.
I love that
Uh,
post because it's like these are definitely the bosses that if you knock one out, they
The other one gets stronger.
the
Yeah.
other one resurrects them.
No, he just gets he gets a soft enrage when you kill his partner.
mm.
But yeah, get an all gold one. I can see Face walking around in that.
Giving the
I
smolder.
can't find it. Did you post it in the?
It was on the stream. I'll link it.
Yeah,
here in a
I
moment.
saw it briefly.
Oh yes, I'm all about that.
It's tasty.
Get you some, get you some gold.
I need Batman's 9th ab though, right in the middle there.
That's a good segue to Rhys. Say who you are and junk.
I am Rhys Dragon. You can mostly find me here on Thursdays, but I do the funnies on Twitter occasionally. You can find me there at Rhys Dragon. Yeah, come and chat me up.
Lovely. I'll go ahead and go next. Hey, I'm Kelsa. You can find me on Twitter at Kelsa, Twitch and YouTube. It's KelsaDelphi. I play role-playing games on the internet when I'm not GMing this game on Thursdays, which I love, by the way. Most Sundays, I am over on AP Gaming Reels channel playing uh, Game of Thrones House War. This week we are missing a player, so we're going to be playing a one shot of D&D instead. Well, it's a session in an ongoing sandbox world that is basically all of AP's games. If people miss sessions, they get to play a D&D session
So it's a
in
West
this
Marches.
world. It's basically a West Marches fill-in game.
Gotcha.
I'm playing a ranger because I cannot remember in all of my decades of playing D&D the last time I played a ranger.
Well, let me tell you, 5th edition Ranger, incredibly disappointing. Just don't do it.
I'm gonna have a flying snake.
I mean, that's cool, but Beastmaster is the weakest of them. So.
I don't care. I'm not here to be good.
Okay.
I'm here to have fun and have a flying snake.
Fair.
I would have had a flying owl cat, but he's not allowing third-party materials. So it's
Well, then you
fine,
should
don't
burn
worry
him
about
at the stake because flying owl cat.
it. I know.
As long as it's not a flying Snoke, we'll be fine.
Monday, you can find me over on my own channel where we are playing Consumed. I think all of the players for Consumed are here in chat today.
All of the players.
It's a fantastic game of being reality TV stars for Eldritch Horrors, where you, Twitch chat, are the Eldritch Horrors. You get to interact with us through very specific rules for chat interaction. It's 2 games in 1. Our game you see on screen, and your game you get to play along in chat. They interlock with each other, which is fun. And then on Tuesday mornings, I'm over on the Greyhawk channel playing D&D with my barbarian Bajko, except this week we are not going up because one of our players will still be in the US because of TwitchCon instead of Norway where he normally lives. So the other very exciting thing is coming up soon, TM. We actually have a start date. I'm so excited for Republic City by Night. Saturday, October 5th at 3 p.m. Pacific time will be session 0 for Republic City by Night. We have a cast. We have a game system. I'm working on some overlays. They'll be ready by then. I'm super hype. I've been waiting for this game since I found out that Saint was writing it. if you're not familiar, it is a Forged in the Dark game in Republic City in the Legend of Korra universe. Saintguard, you're writing this game. Why don't you tell us more and more about yourself?
Hello. Hi, everyone. My name is Saintguard, a variety streamer and sometimes GM of tabletop role-playing game. I am also the developer of Republic City by Night, a game that takes place 5 years before the beginning of Season 1 of The Legend of Korra, which is in the same universe as Avatar The Last Airbender. It's a Forged in the Dark game in which you play criminals / other people who generally work outside of the law. There's a few different ways you can play, including playing as ideologues or as gumshoes, because everybody knows you want to play as investigative journalists / detectives in a crime game, especially a 1920s wuxia one.
I wanted to be the nemesis.
Also featuring fun ability names like Finagle and Schmooze. But yeah, otherwise, that's going to be starting on Saturday. But before that, I have my own channel at twitch.tv/Saintguard. I do video games over there. I will actually be on tomorrow, believe it or not. I'll be doing Enderal tomorrow. I'll be playing a Total Conversion Skyrim mod, and then I will also be back on Sunday playing XCOM 2 War of the Chosen for everybody who wants to come and be probably killed by aliens. Yeah, also on Saturday, I'm going to be on Unmade Gaming charity stream. Unmade Gaming does a 12-hour charity stream every month, and I'm going to be GMing Legend of the Elements. So come over and watch that at 10 a.m. Pacific. And that's me. Also, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Saintguardly, because that's my username with LY at the end, because I totally forgot about that. But yeah.
Good job.
Long outro.
Rhys, you're last because
I'm
it's your
last.
channel.
My channel. Hello, welcome. You're currently watching Party Wipe Games, the channel that we reside playing this game on Thursdays. I'm of course Rhys. I own this channel. I do all of the things. You can catch us here playing 6 days out of the week, or at least live 6 days out of the week. Tomorrow on Fridays, we will probably pick a new game coming forward, since we're not doing Republic City by Night on that day. Shakes fist. I'm looking at doing a World of Darkness game. I'm torn between Werewolf or Changeling at this point.
If you decide to do Promethean, I'm in.
I will look into Promethean as well. It was not on the table, but I will take a look at it. I am also willing to take suggestions for Mage, because Mage also sounds incredibly fun. Get out! Yeah.
In my opinion.
I'm more than willing to take suggestions. Isn't Promethean the demigod one, or am I thinking of it?
Yeah, Promethean.
It's the Frankenstein.
It's the Frankenstein's monster one. Yeah.
Fetish zombies, like voodoo style
and golems.
And golems.
Interesting. I'm willing to take suggestions, but right now the two front runners are Werewolf and Changeling, for various differing reasons.
I see that Deviant's kickstarting right now, which is the superhero World of Darkness game.
No, but I'm going to look into that as well now, because as fun as Mass was, making it gritty and grimdark, and somebody can play Shinobu Arrington and have fun.
Steel Gunner is mine.
This is the perfect opportunity for me to get in here.
Steel Gunner.
Saturdays, we are going to be starting Descent into Avernus, and I look forward to sending my players to hell, because it's whenever I DM Dungeons and Dragons. Anyways, this is just part of the course. Sunday, we will be playing over on Forgebreaker's channel. It is the continuation of our Tomb of Annihilation game, where my character is currently dead, and I got killed by Bag of Nails. He pretty much one-shot me, because if you get ambushed by that fucking Khajiit, then you are dead, and I died, and we have meat grinder rules, so I not only failed a death save, but I also rolled a nat 1 on the following one, so I was just dead.
That's all horrible lie. Khajiit has done nothing.
Khajiit has done nothing wrong.
Khajiit is innocent of this crime.
Yeah, no. Bag of Nails did in fact not steal an airship in this game, but he was promptly executed by my twin sister when she found that her brother was dead. So I am possibly coming back as a Revenant, or I will be a new character. We have yet to figure that out, but I have plans in the works. That's Sunday. Monday, we play Forest for the Trees, which is my 1920s inspired high fantasy game. Currently, I have a scheme in motion to get the players together because for the last 3 sessions, they have been split. Half the group are terrorists, half the group are loyalists. They're going to meet in a marketplace, and hilarity will probably ensue. Tuesdays, we play Vampire the Masquerade, where I play an awesome La Sombra, and I spend all of my time pulling the strings of our Ventru leader, who doesn't realize that I also plan to kill and diablerize her more powerful Ventru mother when things happen, but I've set the stones in motion for that. That's going to be fun. Wednesdays, we are over on Forgebreaker's channel again, playing either his Civil War campaign, which was canceled this week, unfortunately, or playing Storm King's Thunder, which we just got done. We killed not just 1, but 2 blue dragons in a fight. That's how badass we are, guys. We killed 2 blue dragons and got all their treasure.
That's baller.
Yeah, it was baller as fuck, because we definitely didn't spend most of that time being terrified and failing our wisdom saves. But then we still managed to kill them. It's Wednesday. That brings us back to Thursday, which is here. You're currently watching it, so I don't need to tell you about it because you guys already know and you love this show and you want to watch it forever. So please stick around. That's going to end us here, and I'm going to go ahead and send all the lovelies over to outro.
Hey, that's me.
Hey, that's you. So everybody have a good night. Stick around for outro's stream, and we will catch you next time. Is
Also,
it Thursday
I'll
yet?
Drop out since I'm going to go right into
Yes,
streaming.
go. Enjoy. Have a good
Have a
night.
good night, guys.